Got it. What's up, Alex?
You are using computer.
Somebody say something. Oh, where did Zoom go? Bam. There it is. I think I made it work.
You did make it work.
Yeah.
I see it.
Ah.
We did it. You did it.
Oh. More walk me through it.
Yeah, he's probably going to do the same for me. Hey, Alex, we're just waiting. What's up, man? We're just waiting for more people to hop in, obviously.
Okay. That's fun.
How you been?
I'm good. Working on trying to turn a regular dishwasher into one of those portable ones.
Like a rolly?
Yeah, we got nothing but like cupboards all in our kitchen. So I got nowhere to put it.
Yeah, that's the same. Mike, I don't even have a dishwasher. My kitchen's too small for it. I wish I had. I'm so tired of washing dishes.
I used to have one. I sold it to my brother like really fucking cheap, and I wish I never did now. But
dude, they're expensive. And the tiny ones are like $800.
Well, I got the dishwasher for free. All the rest of the parts, I guess, so far I spent maybe like under $30. Just put some wheels on so it runs to the sink.
Praise for me.
But good as ideas I got. I guess while we're waiting, you guys don't care if I smoke a cigarette, do you?
You do anything your heart desires. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean. Yeah, cigarettes.
I'll be popping in and out doing that same thing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you been in? I don't know if I've met you before.
Right back.
All right, I got you. Oh, he went to smoke a cigarette. Never mind.
Right there.
No, not broken ones. You care if I turn that TV off? All right, I just can't hear over it. And damn. Oh,
shoot. Have you been in the Zooms before?
I've been in many Zooms, but it's more.
In this one?
No, not this one.
Not the Project Griffith one yet?
No. The ones I've been in is for court.
All right. Well, I mean, we're not in court right now, so this should be fun.
Yeah. Right.
You came on a good night. We're introducing a new rhythm basically, so it's perfect that this is your first night and welcome. How'd you hear about us?
Well, my wife, she looks through all this stuff for me. She's been doing it. We've been married for like 3 years. She knows I had a lot of problems, so
yeah. She's a good support system then.
Yeah.
Dope. Well, tell her thank you for finding us. Yeah. And thanks for coming on, because to even be open to do things like this takes a large amount of courage off the bat.
I'm starting to like them a little more. I've been
it's
like fourth group thing I've been in.
Yeah.
Been in them for about a year now.
I think as long as you come into things like this open-minded, you're setting yourself up for success. As long as you're willing to accept other opinions and that you might be wrong.
Oh yeah,
because I think that's the hardest part of it all, is that we're
I'm
wrong
more of a
in this.
guy anyways. I'll just sit here and listen unless I think of something stupid to say.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Share when you want. You don't have to.
Right.
The best part. What branch were you?
Army.
Yeah, my man.
Stationed on Hawaii, Schofield Barrett. Got out in 2011.
Where you get out of the video?
Yeah.
Go in the basement and finish up laundry.
Okay.
What was your MOS?
What did you join
13
in?
pots.
Yeah, was it MOS?
Fister.
Oh, you're a fister. Oh yeah.
Yeah, about the most useless.
Me and him were both 11 Bravos, so we like to touch your tips, you know.
I was with the Cav, the
They're 93, 90 something Delta. I can't remember now. 19 Delta. There we go.
Oh, you were FOs for them?
Yeah, they kind of like split us out like medics.
Yeah.
It pretty much it was a useless
Yeah,
job. We weren't using artillery. The only thing I ever got to shoot like out of anything was a mortar, the back of the striker, those mortar cannon things, the 105s
Yeah.
or whatever they call them. I don't remember. Damn, those are actually like those guys, 11 Charlies. They were fun.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah,
man.
I had a few. I had a few
We still
11,
rag on
11
them, but they're
Charlie
cool as shit.
friends.
They're goofy motherfuckers.
Yeah, they get. I mean, there's a weird like a hierarchy in the infantry where if you're not 11 Bravo,
Oh
you
yeah,
know, like 11 Charlies, they'll be like, well, we're infantrymen too, and we'll be like, you're infantry more, man. You know, even though it's like, dude, they'll run out and they'll drop they'll do some awesome shit for us, but like you got to give them crap sometimes, you know.
oh yeah.
Look, I give credit where credit's due. Like I told you, all the shit talking we do to Cap Scouts and Cushman, disgusting. Like amazing in everything he did.
Mhm.
Can't talk shit on him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my boy.
No, you can't. Yeah. So I was telling you, like I had that awakening when I was working at 30th AG, you know, and like
Mhm.
dealing with all these drill sergeants that were like totally different MOSs for me. I was like, damn, like everyone's like people do some shit, you know. There's some good experiences out there. We drank that Kool-Aid, you know.
Yeah,
were
we
only
did.
surrounded by
Alex,
infantry
just
men,
for a
so we
little
drank the
background
shit out of that
too.
Kool-Aid.
I'm the co-founder of Project Refit. James might pop in. He's the other co-founder, and
Okay.
Mo's our project manager. So just so you know who's who. I was in Afghanistan. I was in the Army Infantry 2013 to 17. I was in Afghanistan 2013 to 14 with Mo. I got blown up twice. The first one was the worst one. I was on fire from like the waist down. It was a 200-pound IED. We had 620 40 mics in the vehicle, and then a 100 round belt of 7.62. When the IED went off, I'll tell the whole story. Fuck it.
Damn, I had a pleasure trip out in whatever the hell, Five Cobra. Most we ever dealt with is like random ass mortars going off somewhere.
Yeah, see, ours was we
Yeah.
hadn't nobody had patrolled really anymore. Like in the 5 years before we had gotten there, nobody had really been doing anything. They stayed on base and made sure base was safe.
Yeah.
But we were in MATVs and we
Well,
were driving down a
conventional.
wadi. Huh?
Conventional units weren't doing shit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
conventional units weren't really doing much.
Yes.
We went out into the villages a lot. I was part of the Kois thing. I don't know what. I followed around the commander a lot and wrote sloppy ass notes for him, I guess. Company
Did you ever get the
operations
KLE?
It was kind of
You
pointless.
guys have like a KLE worksheet?
No, I just try to hurry up and remember what the hell the interpreter freaking said so I could write it down. And I don't know. I eventually just started going out to the checkpoints because I got tired of working under commander and the first sergeant. I was 19 trying to write goddamn college essays. That's not that. I never been in college, so
It's like the worst way to delegate.
yeah. Funny. That's all I learned to drive. Well, I know how to drive. I just didn't have a driver's license till I got out because they wouldn't let me. Well, they don't let me. They just didn't give me the time to go get it. And when I did have time off, fortunately, I just leave. So whatever. They didn't care. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't really see a whole lot of combat. I got one combat action badge or whatever, just for mortars going off. Like I was putting out mail. It was like stupid guy putting out dumbass mail. I laugh about that, but serious, man. Those stupid 82s that destroyed that damn Connex. I was crazy looking. I went over there in the morning, look at it right before anybody else did. So yeah, I could have just walked in there and been splattered all over in that shit.
Been grabbing mail from there.
Yeah.
You know, this is
You guys
that's
get
another
hit
thing
with
about
mortars a
Project
lot?
Refit is we're not it's not combat specific.
Oh
It's not-
yeah, no.
Yeah, you know, I'm just telling you who I am. We don't. Half the people that come in here haven't seen combat. It's just life shit's happening or other military shit happened, and they'd like to talk about it and hear some like minds.
Our medic
the weirdest
had,
concept that the military can fuck you up in other ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Crazy.
Oh, I was telling my wife how I remember just like this one day. It was like whatever. We came back. It was about lunchtime, and the septic service people, whoever, they left their truck running, and one of our medics and his platoon sergeant went over there and started fucking with it, and they sucked a turd out of his ass, like this much distance. I was like, why? Stupid ass shit like that. I don't know.
Hey, what up, boy?
What's up with you? How y'all feeling?
Yo, my bad. I didn't mean to miss your FaceTime that one. I was sleeping.
Yeah, I needed you. I was about to do. No,
Don't do that for me. Don't do that for me. Don't do that for me.
I was playing. I was at work. Like I'll be working third shift sometimes. So I was just calling you and Ski. But I'm not here to interrupt. Go ahead, continue.
You ain't interrupting nothing.
My bad.
No, I was just telling a stupid story about a turd getting sucked out of the guy's ass.
I was Saunders was
Like, hold on. When you say
my second unit.
yeah, when you say got sucked out, like.
Well, it was like I don't know why they did this. It was spontaneous. We all just got back, got our lunch, sitting over in the motor pool, and the chow hall is right there. They for some reason went and fucked with a septic service vehicle because this Iraqi people left it running. I don't know, whatever. I was like, whatever, and see what they do next. The platoon sergeant grabs the hose, knows how to turn it on. He drops his trowel, takes a turd right there, and it sucks it like goddamn 4 feet. I was like, there's some good suction power. I don't know. That was a stupid ass story. I just remember. I was like,
Somebody probably used that for the wrong reasons one night.
Yep.
Not probably.
Doc, I can't get it out.
Like, that's how low we got
It's the
over.
Army. I've seen
There was a
weird
safety
stuff.
brief made for that thing.
Oh,
Oh shit, there I was, inverted in sky with a shit log.
Where the shot glasses at? There we go. Fuck it. I'm about to just.
No, do
use
you want to
this.
start it now, or you want to wait a little bit more?
What are y'all starting? What's going on?
Oh,
What
man.
happened?
You want to do it now?
With the purge about to start?
Wait, let's wait 5 minutes. We're gonna be restructuring this a little bit going forward.
You look really, really familiar. Or are you just handsome now, playing?
It's both. It's
Maybe
both.
a little bit of both. A little bit of both. I was at Bliss if you were there.
Is that the Patron?
Okay, yeah, some Patron.
Yeah, no, he's been on the Zooms before. You've probably seen him.
Yeah, and if he was at Bliss,
Maybe.
I probably seen him
Yeah.
at Bliss.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
because right when I came to 177, I don't know where you went, Mo.
When
When I
stayed
IPT
till
to 177, what happened to you?
Yeah, I stayed at 2-5 and helped them like disband everything till my PCS orders to Benny.
I never got
Which
my
was, like,
award for leaving
March.
2-5. Pretty salty about that.
Now
I didn't
I
know
think
what
a
the
lot
hell
of people got
I
fucked up with
They
that.
said I got one. I don't even know
Yeah.
what the hell it was.
But yeah, we're
Here's
restructuring
the COA,
the Zooms, Saunders.
Have you
Saunders.
checked records online?
I looked at my DD-214. I didn't see anything. It was probably just some stupid, like, how they give out those certificates from like the commander and or the squadron commanders.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Lombard, you didn't go to Africa, did you?
Yeah, I went to Djibouti. I was in Djibouti
Oh,
for 8 months, I think. 7.5 or 8. I
Okay.
forget what it was. Yeah.
What were you? What did they have you doing? Oh yeah, they had all y'all Bravos in Kenya and all that shit.
Nah, I stayed in Djibouti. I was doing the I was on the earth shit. I was doing the pallets, them 2 big ass motherfucking pallets we had to stack
Oh my
like
God.
I don't know 16 times a week, nonstop. We got
Yeah.
we got
Big-ass
called up to Sudan.
forklifts.
What was it, like 3 times? No.
No.
So
No,
did you ever
they were
get the
big,
full
like-
details of what happened on gate? Like when we were on gate guard with Beast Battery, like we found a V bed and everything. Like it was about to go down. That's why
In
they
Djibouti?
gave us, that's why they gave us Arcoms and shit. They gave us Arcoms
I didn't
for
hear about
finding a
that
V
shit.
bed. Oh wow, are you serious? So no, you remember the British mechanic Logan? You don't remember Logan? Well, so it was me, Logan, and I think it was Sergeant Kalp, some guys from Beast Battery. And I'm the one. I don't remember. I don't know if you remember how the gate was structured, but it had the part where you would pull up and someone walks under, and guess who was the one walking under? This guy. So I walk under and I see wires going from the trunk to the engine. I'm like,
Oh,
Now hold up, wait a minute.
hold up. So I go up, I
That
get
ain't
a
right.
signal, get a little signal. Logan snatches him out the fucking car. But yeah, lo and behold, it was a V-bit. It was like 115 pounds. I can't believe you don't remember it. Well, shit, they gave us our awards and our ceremony literally at like 4:15 in the morning.
Yeah,
some
dude, I don't
shit.
remember half that shit. Do you remember that shit me and Tiger did? There was this that little Air Force boy. He was drunk. He was coming back from one of the two bars, and he was walking with this little girl, and we were in the triple stack Connexes, and we were in Tiger and I were on the second floor. We just got done a guard, and we were talking and shit, just finishing whatever we were talking about. And you remember how that shit echoed, especially in the containers. Like if you whisper, you heard that shit.
Especially if you were in the middle of them. Yeah,
exactly. The across from us, that was a single stack of containers. That was the females' barracks.
Yeah. Okay.
So
hold on. So I think you're getting to that story. Okay. Yes. I did not know y'all were involved in that. Damn.
Yeah. So
okay,
Tiger and I, so that girl and the boy, you could tell she wasn't drunk. The boy was, and he was walking her back to her room. It was like the second clue in, and we heard the whole conversation because him and I stopped talking, and she was saying she was going to sleep. She was going in, and he was trying to egg her on, like, hey, can I come in with you? And she was like, no, I'm going to go to bed. And she went to open her door, and he stiff-armed it. And me and Tiger were like, hey, what the fuck? And then we were like, oh, get the fuck away from her. And he walked away. So at that time, we didn't know it was all female clues. So he walked like 10 clues down, and he just walked into one of the rooms. And I was like, oh, shit, we got to go down there now. God damn it. So we go down there.
Y'all.
Tiger talks to the girl. She confirms exactly what we thought was happening. And I walked down to the other rooms, and I couldn't hear anything. And I wasn't going to open up random doors. So I started walking back, and you heard fucking crashing, and the door kicked open. And he was on the ground. There was two girls in the room, and he was on the ground with one of them. And supposedly they knew him, and they were telling us that he was trying to grab their Subway sandwich. I was like, all right, but 3 minutes earlier, he was over here trying to force himself into a girl's room. So you might know him, but he also... So we ripped him out of the fucking out of the clue, and we took him. So he was he was Air Force. We took him to we said, yo, where's your squad leader at? We took us to his squad leader. His squad leader was like, all right, I'll take him. We were like, that's getting pushed under the rug. Fuck no. So we're like, who's your captain? So we went to his captain's room, opened, talked to the dude. He was fucking pissed. And then we went about our business. The next day, that dude's first sergeant comes up. So I don't even know why I'm saying this, because it's going to come back to bite me in the ass, but here we go. Shit. So, what's my last name? Lombard. What rhymes with lum?
Come.
So the first sergeant comes over, and he says, "Yo, I need to find Private Tiger and Specialist Cumbard." And I'm standing right there. I'm like, "Come on, bro, really?" Damn it. So we went, and we had to give our statement and whatnot, and whatever, all that shit happened. And you know how big Fort Bliss was, or even the Army at that time, sharp.
Yeah, that was, yes.
So
yes, especially in Africa, bro.
Especially in Africa. How many like actual like sexual harassment things were happening while we were there? There was like 4 or 5 of them.
And then there was a couple pregnancies that were not off. Man, it was wild in Africa.
So Captain Aquesta was his name, I think it was. So he didn't do anything. He gave us like now we didn't do it for awards, obviously. I'm leading up to it. He gave us like a coin. All right, whatever, cool. The CG of Bliss found out and like raised all types of motherfucking hell because all he did was give us a coin. So when we got back to Bliss, Tiger and I had to go to a motherfucking sexual harassment seminar and be awarded in front of like every first sergeant and above at Bliss. I would have taken the coin happily.
Yeah, nah, Africa was especially dealing with the Air Force guys.
She was getting weird in Africa.
I got in trouble. I was borderline like Article 15 in Africa because on the gate, sitting there chilling, doing what we do, and I ended up saying like something like that's some gay shit or something along those lines, you know. And this Air Force higher than me. He was about an E7, those ugly
Mhm.
old Air Force, big as hell. So, he gets out and he starts to tear me a new hole. And he goes back to Beast Battery's first sergeant, and he lets him know he doesn't give a fuck. But hotel company, they give all the fucks in the world. So I get back to the company after a 24-hour gate guard, because after we found the V bid, that's when we started doing 24-hour gate guards for like 2 weeks. And yeah, I get the hotel company. I'm in front leaning rest position for the stupidest reason, because and he made it seem like I said
Like you were
I called
directing
him
it at
gay.
him.
Oh my God. Bruh, like paperwork was about to get started. If I wasn't attached to Beast Battery and didn't have that first sergeant, behind me, it would have been a wrap for me. And getting in trouble on deployment, that
is
oh
a
my
wrap.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like fucking up 10 times more than in garrison.
Yeah. So then I'm terrified. And I'm just I just got a deep hatred for Air Force guys ever since that. I'm like, you could have just chewed me out and left it at that. You put me in front leaning rest position at the gate. We'd be good. But no, he goes back
You had to go there. You had to go tell dad. You had to go tell dad.
Man, I miss it though. I hate every moment from the Army, but I miss it so much. Just for the times like with y'all.
I was gonna say I miss the good times, but if I was back in the situation, the first bad time, I'd be like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm out again.
I remember the first time I had to break track and do all that extra shit. Like I had to help, even though it's not
I never
on my
had
level.
to do that shit. Never.
Got lucky. But if I wasn't with all of y'all, like shit, man. Yeah, we got lucky. We had some good ass infantry guys all the way from the lower enlisted to
that 177 group wasn't a bad group of dudes. I wouldn't necessarily want to go to combat with a lot of them.
See, and I felt different because the training was always beautiful. Like when we went to the field,
I'm not talking training wise. I'm talking people. I'm talking people. We had great training. Training was good, but there were some people and more people in that unit than the 2-5 that I wouldn't really feel too.
Yeah,
especially because 99% of them were brand new privates.
But there were some great NCOs. Lepo,
yes.
Sergeant Bravo, Staff Sergeant Coon, RIP. Bruh, so many great NCOs. That was the one thing that I like.
What's his name? Started with C.
All of you would go back in if you could go back as a CW5.
Hold on, there's another person in here that just scared the mess out of me. I just heard another voice and nobody was talking. Sergeant Cordero. Yes.
Cordero,
so many beautiful NCOs. That's why I was like, man, why the hell do I gotta be support? Why do I gotta be a mechanic? Why can I just
you spent most of your time with us though, so it's not like what I mean?
That's why I was so pissed, like, because things will happen where somebody gets in trouble on the combat, like the combat side. Just get the fucking pushing. I'm not doing no paperwork. I'm just gonna fuck you up, make you sweat. After that, you better learn your lesson. But when you get to the mechanics and the support side, we're going straight to paperwork. It don't matter if it's the smallest thing.
Well, they started doing that. They started doing that for us. It wasn't anymore, hey, you're getting fucked up now, because too many people started saying hazing. Remember, right before I got there, somebody had a whole hazing suit going on.
Yeah, so then the sergeant fought the private
instead of fucking
too.
people up, instead of fucking people up, they were like, we're going where everyone else is going now. I think it's the wrong way to go.
Fucked it up? What really fucked it up? When that one E5 and that private went out into El Paso and killed that kid because they were trying to buy drugs. That made the rules.
No, didn't I just tell you? I just told somebody about that a couple days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that made the rules.
They robbed them for a whole bag of Molly.
Yeah, remember, I got out in 2011, so it's been a minute. I haven't really caught. I've been trying.
Fort Bliss was crazy.
Fort Bliss was Fort Bliss is on the border of Juarez, so a lot of people tend to get involved with people that come from Juarez cartel.
Was it Blitz or Hood? There was a specialist chick that just
Hood.
disappeared.
Hood.
Not even
Hood.
like
Yeah, that was Hood.
That was
Hood.
Yeah, they found her
Yeah.
body. She was murdered by another armor. She like
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember.
horrible
Yeah, that was
discovery.
the
Fort
last
Hood
thing.
stacks bodies. Fort Bliss stacks felonies.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
100% accurate. Actually, yeah. Wow.
Like it
That
is
and-
so like it was literally some
That and
kingpins at Fort Bliss.
DUIs. They, for real.
DUIs. That was
Counterfeit
that was-
money, all of it. The shit was getting wild. Up in
Yeah.
that shit.
Fort Bliss, baby.
Like meth was big where we were. So many people got kicked out for it. Or if they couldn't get that, they would get shit Adderall or anything else they could get.
Cocaine.
It was big on Y.
And see, when I left
Damn.
Campbell and went to Bliss, and I started hearing like, you know, bro, you welcome to hell, welcome to a black hole, welcome to never leaving. I was like, you know, I'm still a fresh private. I'm like, I love this
I
shit.
have my hope.
I hope we march. Yeah, I'm like, I'm still in love with marching cadences and shit. Like, come on, you feel me?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
How long?
Whew.
How long were you at Campbell?
Close to 9 months, and then Campbell didn't have no Bradleys. I was sent there on some of the weirdest, most stupidest shit. I was the only one on a bus to Campbell, and as
I
a
was
Bradley
gonna say,
mechanic.
I was gonna say, what the hell were you doing at Campbell? I was there from '99 to '07, and yeah,
No
it is
Bradleys at
cocaine.
all.
No Bradleys, but it is cocaine heaven.
Oh yeah, no. See now, like that was when I got to camp. It was immediate training, like doing what I got to do. I didn't get to experience, you know, the fucking like let's just say the barrack side. Like when you get to them barracks, it's a whole different lifestyle.
Oh, their wives living in the barracks with somebody else. It is Swingersville. When you in process, you put your wife's name in a hat. 6 months
Come on.
later, you draw a name.
So
You
just
might
come
get
on.
yours. You might get somebody else. You don't know.
Come on,
You might
Fort
get the
Bliss
blank
was
and get
the
nothing.
land of Backpage. Like Backpage was such a huge thing at Fort Bliss. It was ridiculous. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Division commander of 101st got hemmed up for swinging.
An entire company at Bliss got hemmed up
Yeah.
for fucking. They were called Cocaine Company.
Oh, that's
there was
502.
Sergeant, CO, all
Oh,
of them.
sorry.
Damn.
50 Deuce, 187th, pick a barracks on Fort Campbell.
Did you say 502?
Yeah, 50 Deuce. Oh, Deuce, whatever you want to call it.
I wish I would.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would have.
Oh man, I miss all of it, but at the same time, I don't. Like the fucking division runs with General Twitty. General Twitty's not even running; he is literally walking and talking to everybody on the side, like "Keep on going." Like you
Yeah.
motivate the fuck out of me.
I mean, you don't really run at a division run though.
No, you just jog in place really
But that's
slowly.
no, but
Yeah.
that exactly. That's why it sucks because you're jogging in place.
Blinky.
A run wouldn't be that bad.
It's the wonderful Slinky toy.
I did like
Yes,
the
Slinky.
cadence shit though. I agree with you, man. I'm fucking
Yeah, oh, it
I love cadence.
it
It
changes your whole mood.
It feels primal. It feels
It does.
primal. That chanting aspect, just like, oh god, I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking.
yeah, yeah, like
Fort
yeah,
Campbell.
let's
Also
go.
exercise your lungs while you're running too, so it's like more exercises.
Yes.
Okay, so
Mhm.
How is
You know, I
How
have
is
a
Bliss
theory.
made?
I have a theory. So I think anyone that, because you know how there's some people that are just like, fuck cadences. Cadences are lame as shit. You know,
Mhm.
they probably just grew up in an army that had like the most bitch-made motherfuckers doing cadence calls.
Mhm.
Like they have no,
No
business being up
rhythm.
there.
No soul.
You know, no
Mhm.
nothing.
Doing that
Yeah.
damn yellow
They
ribbon song
probably
over
grew
and
up
over and
eating
over.
like they grew up eating boiled chicken and shit, so they have no idea what flavor is. You know?
Broccoli.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody that says they don't like cadences. It's like, how can you not? That is like,
You're being bitter. That's why you're just a bitter little bastard. That's all it is.
like you can go from a completely hungover, like Monday morning hungover, that right cadence that you know, like fuck it, I'm gonna sing this one, and next thing you know, you're just going.
And the ones where
the whole
you're
day's
belting, not
good.
just going along with it, but you're
Yeah.
in it. You're louder than the motherfucking calling cadence.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
oh my
you can't
God.
count to 5.
That's my favorite thing.
At
When-
Fort
when
Bliss,
we had-
that's definitely because your brain is fried.
Does
Hey,
anybody remember the Army What the Fuck post from Fort Bliss where the
Stop.
guy was butt naked in the hallway, passed out?
Isn't that every base?
That's
Yes,
what
I remember it.
The first time
That was my roommate.
Sounds
That was my
familiar.
roommate, Lane
First time I went to
Patrick.
my unit, they had blow up
Who?
dolls down the damn hallway. All
Saunders, who'd you say?
Lane Patrick. He was an 88 Mike.
That was Bichetto.
That was, but no, that was no.
Hey.
Oh no,
Saunders.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, I
was
know
Bichette.
exactly. Yes, that was Bichette. Okay, so no, I'm thinking. I could have swore they had him on there too. Damn.
Nah, that was
y'all
Bichette all the
motherfuckers
way.
used to get drunk. I remember, like, you remember when Gonzo got sick, like he got one of the Bradleys fucked up and he got carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah, right before we went to the field, the motherfucker almost got
Yeah, that shit
alcohol
was like
poisoning.
legit. He literally almost died from the carbon
Yeah,
monoxide.
but no,
Shit was
man,
fucking
what?
insane.
Come on now. And then like he was one of our guys, and that was Bloss and
I remember Bloss. I remember the name, not the face.
Bloss was the dude that had the Mickey Mouse hands with the middle fingers on his arms. He was from Guam, always talk shit. But yeah, that was his Bradley. And like, yeah, hearing that guy, man, like I said, I connected with all the 11 Bravos and the Cav Scouts and the Fisters and all, like, connected with them more because, yeah, I couldn't get in trouble for being an asshole.
I was gonna say we weren't bitch made. That's all it really is.
Yeah, I you feel me? So I connect. So when you feel me, I heard Gonzo got sick, and then it was like, yeah, it was Bloss's Bradley. I'm like, come on, man, you fucking. But then at the same time, who knows what happened? Like, y'all were kind of slow, so if it got cold, y'all will undo that engine latch to get some of that warmth.
First off, not y'all, them.
Because we could never get any heaters ordered. That was one thing you could not order is a heater. They will give you a new DVD-B before a heater.
Right.
You needed to have been in an MI company unit. That's it. It's first thing they issue. Just joking.
Aviation
First thing they
unit.
issue you.
Along with a portable grill and all that shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Solar battery charger.
It's been a weird change. It was a weird change going infantry to MI. I don't know how I like it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how you.
That's
I
why
don't
I'm
know how
getting
you.
out, too.
I don't know how you're.
I don't know how you like it.
I don't know how you've been
Tangled.
going.
Yeah.
But you
The
know,
job
Hey,
is
there you
cool.
go. Who's that handsome man
it's
right
different.
there? Your hair is
a
not
different
long
look,
enough to
you know.
really push back anywhere.
I know.
I know.
He
gotta-
is sweeping
gotta
it
just-
and it's not going
You gotta
anywhere.
just feel it, man.
I'm trying.
You gotta just feel it. Pretend it's there. You know?
Dude, I'm shaving
Nah,
that for like a year.
There it is.
Give me some of that. Give me some of that facial
Everybody's
hair.
shaved.
Oh no,
My
I'm
hair-
just baby
yeah, I'm-
face.
I'm sure. Oh, yeah, I can't. I grow like 18 hairs on the whole thing. So
Mhm.
Shit,
My
Back
daddy's
to
Puerto
keep it.
Rican. I don't get no facial hair.
there's teenage girls in the Netherlands with more facial hair than me.
Jesus.
Yeah. All my
cousin
facial
probably
hair
has
is
more
right
facial
here
hair
in
than
my
me.
eyebrows.
Something they put in the water. I'm 32 and I didn't grow facial hair until I was 28. It's like for the last 6
You
years.
remember-
I grew facial hair.
Remember when they used to say the only way to grow facial hair is to eat
And I-
some, eat some
I
kidney?
know. Yes.
That don't
Now
work.
there's this permanent scar for my freaking helmet.
Is that after you put super glue on your face?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you had to
Yeah.
put the glue on
It's
first.
a good way to get
before you
applause
did.
too, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Right?
keep your teeth fresh. All right, let's
Yeah. Let's
go ahead
start
and kick this off. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
dude,
so
I'm like, joking.
it's everything just for the group. Everything is about to get restructured. So I know normally the past while since we started, it's been three nights a week. So we're trying to restructure kind of the theme and the days to really focus more on the combating isolation mission of Project Reset. Right. So getting back to that. So part of the structure we want to add is a little bit of a topic, like a theme for every call. Right. It's not going to be strict. We don't need to stick to it, but it's a starting point. Just to kind of get thoughts out there, different perspectives. So So that'll be the first thing. One, that's part of the restructure themes. It's going to be a little more theme focused. Two, it's now going to be Mondays and Fridays. So I think three nights a week was a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a little taxing
and it
for
was a little
everybody.
hard. Yeah, and we did, and there was like one moderator that was really like taking
my wife go down state a lot on Mondays and Fridays to see our kids.
Mhm.
Kind of part of the reason why I'm doing this stuff too. But I like it. But yeah, no, that actually could work out. Just give me a time.
I was gonna say, so you'll still be good. It'll be 9 o'clock. It'll be 9 o'clock just on Mondays and Fridays.
Same start time, 9 o'clock.
We're on Central
Eastern.
Time. We're in the UP
Eastern.
and Iron
Yeah,
Mountain.
we're on Eastern.
Yeah,
so it's 9 p.m.
It would be 8
Eastern.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be 8 for you. Yeah, but so part of it is going to be 2 nights a week instead of 3. It's just to give everyone like a little mental break too. And then the rules for the moderator rules, we are going to make sure that is something that everyone understands and follows. So the first rule really is respect the moderator's decision to direct the conversation. Just so if things get a little off track or a little crazy, we can get things back to the point, get things back to the meat of it. And I know we all get a little excited, including myself, and we don't shit on each other too much, you know, even if somebody's into that, if that's their kink, like not kink shaming, but you know, like you don't want too much of that. The next thing, of course, I mean, absolutely no racist or prejudiced behavior. That is not going to be tolerated at all. So if you start doing that kind of shit, you're pretty much going to get kicked out. That's not okay. And that's never been okay in the military either. All right. And you're hearing this from a very Middle Eastern ass man. All right. So fucking come at me. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a Haji, baby. I'm a Haji.
Your voice makes my knees wet.
Yeah.
Do you hear that
My
voice?
knees wet.
Oh my goodness.
It's just the drip.
man.
It's just the drip. That's all. It's a very hairy man. Yeah, so obviously none of that shit, right? Keep it real. Of course, keep it real. Say what you want, but not that kind of shit, because there's no room for that in our military anyway, and there never has been. That kind of bullshit always gets shot. Well, should get shot down. So we're gonna be.
It's really just be courteous to others. I mean, everyone's coming here to be in a place where they can talk, and I know we all hate safe space, but to feel like they can talk and be in a place where they're not going to get judged or ridiculed. So we just got to be mindful of other people's beliefs, decisions, situations, and shit. And we're all vulgar. We all curses. All that shit's still fucking good to go, obviously. It's just we have to be cognizant of other people instead of just ourselves.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think the easiest way to frame that one is that we all bleed the same fucking colored blood. We all look the same when we're fucking dying and miserable, you know? And unfortunately, some of us got to see that shit. So that's the way it is, you know? If that's not enough for you, then you can't be here. So the next one down the line is just kind of try to respect other people's thoughts. Let them finish their thoughts before just jumping in and cutting them off, just to get them out there. You know, you don't want to get somebody to feel like they just can't say something without just constantly getting fucking dick slapped or cunt slapped, whichever one you got, doesn't matter. And then finally, no diagnosing. All right. None of us are fucking therapists. And if you are, you're not here to diagnose anyway. We can talk to each other. If you got thoughts, things that work for you, ideas to generate, great. Resources, awesome. But no fucking diagnosis. Right. And that's really the main core rule. Ultimately, it's going to be on the moderator to kind of make those tough calls, right? If shit's getting a little weird, that'll be on the moderator to like redirect and adjust fire, but that's really it. Now, the speakers, one thing we were thinking is like if somebody's getting ready to speak, like you're about to dump some shit on us, just let us know too if you need to vent and you just want somebody to just hear it, or you want somebody to actually talk to you about it, be a devil's advocate.
I apologize. Yep.
You know.
You're good. Sorry.
Yeah, you good. Yeah. So if you want, just let us know if you're about to drop some heavy shit or you want to really get your thoughts out. Like let us know if you just need to vent or you're actually looking for a conversation. That way we can kind of respect that a little more. And then the time frame too, it's going to be about 2 to 3 hours for these Zooms. Obviously, if it's a deep and spicy, we can always readjust, but we'll try to stick to 2 to 3 hours so we don't burn out either. because I know my ass wakes up at like 4 or 5 in the morning usually. So I need my sleep. All right, and that's really it. That's the rundown. So with that, the theme for the night is going to be your dreams, the unconscious mind. All right, weird dreams, nightmares, fucked up dreams, shit like that. Doesn't need to be related to combat, but either or. Anything after any type of traumatic experience, or just if you have dreams in general that are fucking throwing you off, even if it's not like directly crazy, like those kind of dreams we talk about.
So also,
just to kinda,
real quick,
yeah.
So when we first started the Zooms, we did the round robin where we went around and checked how everyone's doing. We're still going to do that also. That's not getting taken away, but we're going to do the round robin. So if somebody, Alex, if you're going through some shit and you have to talk for an hour and a half, don't feel like you can't keep going because we have a topic in mind. You know what I mean? The topic is just in case the round robin ends and we want to have more constructive conversations. If there's other people, we'll get to them. You know what I mean? We'll whether we have a one-on-one with them, we make it longer. So the round robin is for everybody. And if you don't want to share, you don't have to. This isn't a mandatory thing. But it's highly encouraged.
Oh yeah, I know what to say and what not to. Be courteous to others.
Hey, and we can cut. Y'all can get grimy. I don't give a shit about that. Yeah.
Don't expect me not to.
I mean, I can start with the dreams though, just to give somebody a base idea. I know that when I start slipping into I know now that when I start slipping into a darker spot, a bad place, I start having bad dreams. They're never combat related. It's always situations where I'm dying. I'm getting curb stomped. I got stabbed in the chest 42 times, and I feel every single blade go in. I feel it go in, come out. I feel the blood pour out. I got my neck cut in a dream. I felt it all. I have dreams my mom dies. I have dreams I get hyper fixated on death, but it's not a military situation. And I was having a conversation with my therapist about it, because I assumed that if it wasn't a combat dream, it wasn't coming from combat. It didn't make sense that we kind of hashed it out, and it was in some of my combats, in all of my combat scenarios, there was a lack of control, a loss of control actually. And in every single situation that I'm dying, or whatever the bad dream is, whether it's you can't punch, you can't run, whatever it is, I didn't have control. So it kind of tied back to that. And I was talking to one of my Ollers, he might be popping on soon. I talked about those exact dreams probably like 2-3 months ago. And he texted me after and was like, dude, now it clicks. Now I understand there actually might be some shit I have to go talk about and digest, because I'm having fucked up dreams. They're just not combat. So I didn't think it was PTSD. So they're my bad dreams. Some of them.
Honestly, I totally feel you there. That's hard to talk to my doctors or my therapist too. It's like, is it combat related? I don't know how to associate it with combat, because it could be like a video game one day and it could be like the world's ending one day. I don't know.
Exactly.
So yeah, I understand that completely. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
Do you have similar dreams like that? Do you have bad dreams?
It could be just like be stuck on an island and everybody's fighting with each other, and then all of a sudden this giant tsunami comes and takes out the world. I was discussing that with my wife. I had
you're having like apocalyptic dreams
of that dream reoccurring over and over again. It didn't bother me. I was just like, why though? But yeah, it's been like that forever.
Do you know what you feel in the dream?
Is there like a underlying theme?
It's upsetting and it's fear, but it's controlled somewhat. I don't know. I guess that's
no, dude. And I know dreams are fucking insane. You know shit you're not supposed to know. That makes complete sense for a dream.
And then you're like, you can't kill me, and then you start smashing your head into a wall or something in your dream, and wake up. It's weird. Yeah, it's kind of been like that for a while. Yeah.
I'd look for those the underlying themes, because I know I had, man, for a while, especially coming back from my first deployment, I had a lot of random ass dreams. Some of them were like, it started out more overtly combat related, and then over time, over the years, it stopped. It's almost never combat related. But I started recognizing like there was a common theme across all of those really fucking weird dreams. Not always scary, not always life and death, but just the really fucking weird dreams. And that common theme for me was, and again, it started out with combat related shit, but then it just started translating into everything else. And it was just being in a situation in the dream where I was just unable to react, right? So an example, like the first one's, the one that I remember the most was, I had a dream where we started taking indirect fire, like rockets were starting to come in. And I fucking, I hit the ground, started rolling over to cover, puckered up my ass, because I was always out there. I was always afraid that my ass would get hit with shrapnel or shot. I don't know why, but that was my weird pet peeve.
It's your six. It's the only place you can't see.
Second or third at hill. Like I don't want another asshole. Like I want to be able to still squat and shit. So that always wigged me out unnecessarily on deployments. And then I guess that was the first thing that my dreams could latch onto. They're like, he's afraid of his butt getting hit. I was like, not my booty, So in that dream too, I was so mad and so frustrated and terrified because I couldn't do anything. I just had to sit there and hope that I don't get fucking hit with shrapnel or some shit like that, And then those dreams started translating into just dreams that were not combat related at all, but it was just something in that dream where the underlying commonality, that underlying theme, was a situation that I couldn't actually respond to, where I know what to do, but I was in a position where I'm just like, I can't do anything to respond to it, So that shit still gets at me every now and then. But that's where I think that's part of why we don't want to bring up this topic, because it's not always so overt, and it's not always so in your face that like, hey, this is the fucked up part of the dream. Like, this is what your mind's trying to tell you. No, your mind's a little bitch like that. It tries to fucking sneak up on you. So it's those like little hints.
A lot of it, I think it's just prior stresses, and you having to deal with them over again, reoccurring.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Even though it's a different, how do you put it? A different situation. Never mind.
Do it.
Same faces, different situation. Something
Yes.
like that. I'm trying to say.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different story, whatever. I
Same
don't know.
shit, different. Same. Yeah. Same shit.
Yeah.
Different toilet.
He makes me want another shot. I don't know. I don't know how many of y'all were in like my first couple Zooms, but I just recently became a daddy, and I have a 1-year-old girl, and I have a lot of dreams about the terrifying bullshit that we have in this world. Like, my girl, when I first met her, she already had a kid. So, I have a 3-year-old too. She just started preschool. I had dreams about school shooters coming into her school. I have dreams about being with my whole family, and I'm in a fucking self-defense situation and I gotta blow someone's head off. Like, I'm having horrible dreams about my freaking kids because, every day and every time I leave them, whenever I go to work, I'm like, damn, shit. What if somebody try to kick in the door when I'm going? And so it makes me have dreams about them because, the whole day while I'm at work, I work a lot. Like I'm at work right now. I'm doing supervisor stuff. But so I'm constantly at work and I constantly worry because I have nothing but women in my house. Oh my God. And right now one of them is yelling my name. But yeah, I've been having a lot of dreams of like, scary situations happening while I'm with my daughters and my girl and stuff like that. I don't know what the hell it means, but I just know that for sure now everywhere I go, I bring at least 2 extra mags because fuck around and find out if you want.
I think that kind of ties into the same shit though, especially with how fucked up the world is lately. I think all of the evil, whether you went to Afghanistan or not, you saw what it's doing to the people who did. That could be playing some, from what I heard, it's the same kind of thing. It's not that you don't have the capability to not allow those situations to happen. You don't have the capability. You don't have the option to. You're not there. You have no control over the situation while you're gone. So it's just feeding into those subconscious fears. That's what it feels like to me. Could be wrong. But dreams, like we said, dreams are fucking weird. It could be 18 different things all combined into one.
And then, like, you know, just so I'm from Columbus, Ohio. We're getting up there in, you know, like sex trafficking, human trafficking and stuff. Like, you know, we're getting a lot of cases of missing young children, and the majority of them are missing young Black females. And when I say it just fucking like literally 24/7, I think about it. Can't help it. I'm a brand new daddy. Can't help it. And yeah, it makes me have dreams about this shit. So, you know, I wake up in sweats and shit like that. And man, sometimes I just be wishing I don't dream. Because whenever it's a dream, it's actually a nightmare. That's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. There's a distinction.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's a fucking nightmare. Like, you know, when it comes to, you know, something precious like your kids, man, it should be sucking dick.
I got 4 of them, man. I know.
See, yeah, I'm
3 stepsons and 1 daughter.
Man, and I have 2 girls and you feel me, a woman. That's all females. I grew up in a family full of females, so like it's already been like that just growing up.
You got the infantryman's curse, and you're not even an infantryman.
Oh damn! Just rub it in. Just go ahead and rub it in. Yeah, I was a little 91 Mike pussy. Go ahead, rub it in.
Okay. What's the curse? What's the curse? Explain it to the aviation guy.
That they can't have boys. They just constantly have girls.
Yeah, and that's what I'm scared of.
Cannot
More
have
girls.
children.
I think it just skipped a generation.
I got a boy.
All boys.
It's not every fucking infantryman, obviously. It's just a lot.
I got
just
two of my boys they both have 2 daughters. No, 3 of them, and one has 3 daughters. It's just all daughters. There he is. Speaking of somebody who was an infantryman who only has a daughter and does not have a son.
Look at that mustache. Ooh, there we go.
It's right. Hold on, you got to call it the proper name. It's a dick broom.
Oh wow.
What to say?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Gotta sweep up those dicks, baby.
It looks like, dude, it kind of
caught up
fake.
in a
It
pubic
looks
hair
like you went to the Halloween store.
Oh yeah.
Like Spirit Halloween and just stuck that bad boy on. I would do it.
He kind of looks like the type of guys that I tell my little girls do not walk up to him. Not playing.
Danger. Say hi.
Is that a whoopee? Does he have a whoopee? I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm so jealous. My whoopee was literally stolen by a homeless person.
That sucks.
Damn.
They got I forget what company it is. They make like hoodies out of whoodies. I have 2 of them.
I've got a Wooby hoodie. Yep.
Just imagine pulling up on a female with your Wooby hoodie. Like,
everyone's staying warm that night.
They never stop hugging you. I'm telling you, nonstop. No, I'm.
Hey, I want to real quick. I want to get back to. I'm sorry, more. You jump into it once I get these thoughts out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But going back, what's your name? Your name is iPhone on this. I don't know.
I'm sorry. My name is Saunders, Chris, whatever you want to call me. Call me dude with the dreads.
Okay.
It don't matter.
All right, Chris. We'll go with Chris. So one thing, with your dreams, I wanted to kind of tie back to. I mean, like obviously you got kids now, so you got to worry about your kids and all that. So and you're in an environment where like those kind of crimes are starting to spike. So I think naturally, that's going to seep into your mind. But I want to tie this back to the VBID you found, right? Because that was your overseas deployment? You ever go,
with Campbell, I was in
Kandahar
for 7 months.
See, it's crazy shit.
But you never did something like find a fucking VBID,
But that's also the only thing that happened there. It's not
Yeah.
like that was a regular occurrence. That was the
Yeah.
only one. That's why that matters so much more. You know what I mean? It was a
Right,
safe
and
fucking
that
base.
one could have been so devastating.
Exactly.
And you fucking, like, you stumbled, like, you got onto that, you found it, you know. And when you're out in that environment, I mean, like, generally you can be like, all right, we all got fucking weapons, we're all good, you know. You're accepting your own fate when you're in that environment for the most part. And you did something where your actions actually found like a fucking V-bid that could have fucked a lot of people up, you know. But now you're in a situation where you no longer have that, right? You can't. You got to go to work. Like, you got to be away sometimes. Like, you can't be there to look for that kind of shit that you're talking about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be where part of it's coming in. I mean, it's probably, I don't think it's ever one thing. It's probably a combination of shit. But that
Yeah,
stuck out in
and
my
it's,
mind. The moment you
you
started
know,
bringing
like
this up,
kids are
like that
defenseless.
popped in.
Like they can't do anything
Right.
to defend themselves. Yeah, it's a combination. It's, man, like literally. But when I say 24/7, 365, I just been stressing since this little girl dropped out of the
Yeah.
dang womb.
Mm-hmm.
And then like,
Yeah.
yeah, because like even like my city has put out like a notice, like you know, those work vans that people usually use, the back of them don't have windows, you know, the old big old white
Yeah.
vans.
Yeah.
Like they say, look out if they
Yeah.
have tinted windows and locks, call the police. Like, don't even if the person is like a regular worker, if you see a van like that looks weird, they're telling you to contact somebody, because like it's just getting crazy. And MS-13, I don't know if anybody knows what MS-13 is, but it's a Hispanic gang.
Yeah.
They're at the heart of it. So, you know, a
Yep.
lot of people are really scared when you look up MS-13. They're not like the normal Crips, Bloods. Like,
Nope, they're
these
not.
people cut off heads, cut off limbs.
They're freaking
like,
evil. They are
yeah.
freaking
So,
evil
you know,
people.
and they're the ones that they believe is at the heart of it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they're doing the chop shops. They're the ones that's, you know, getting the vans and stuff like that and doing the human trafficking. So it's, man, yeah. Just hearing having to hear about it. And then with my job, you know, I have to be briefed on it every day. So it's not like I could just avoid watching the news or something. No, when I go to work, I have to talk about it. I have to learn about it and then spread information about it.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah,
Damn.
like they're getting older. They're all wanting to go out and walk outside and stuff like that. Like, I'm at work and I ask my girl where they at. They're like, oh, me and the girls are on the walking trail. Like, you know how much, oh my God, I get stressed out when I hear that they're walking somewhere.
Sound like back in the old days.
You gotta teach her how to carry.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, we already got that. We already got that down
hell yeah.
pat. But just still, like, you know, it's just that, like, you know, I'm a man. Those are women.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel like I'm supposed to be the one that's doing all of the protecting, all of the, you know, someone tries to raise hell, I'm the one that they're supposed to see.
Yep.
But that puts an unrealistic burden on you, though. Like, that's just not the way. We can't work that way anymore. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
when you're there,
yeah,
obviously you can handle that shit. But, you know, I feel like sticking to that mindset, like, the best thing in my mind is just making sure she's good. Like, she knows what to do. She's got her. If she's armed, then get down to training, like really training drills, like different situations and scenarios. That way, if, you know, hopefully never, but if she is ever in that worst case where you're not there, you know, she can handle it. She has that confidence, right? You know how it is. Like, that's how we roll. Just repetition until you hate that shit. You know, it's no longer cool, and you're like, why the fuck? But then it's instinct.
I'm gonna add to that real quick. Yeah, no, I think, well, it's irrational. You can't be everywhere they are at all times. It's just not possible. And if we try and steer away from whatever, if you're trying to be the protector, you've already initially done what you were supposed to do. You taught her how to protect herself. You gave her the option to do that. You know what I mean? So exactly what Mo said, that training, that repetition, so you can trust that when she's in that situation, it's just like if you were going to be in that situation. You know what I mean? Exactly what Mo just said. There was no reason for me to say that.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you good.
That's why I love this group, because you feel me, like, because I can't talk to anybody that yeah, just no one that has never served, they won't understand. Like, you know, we've been able to see the worst of the worst, the evil of the evil. Like, we know that people could be good and all that, but we've seen the evil in the world, just pointless evil.
I think on top of that, though, it's because we can articulate it. It's because we've processed it. Because there's veterans who have, and they need to come here. That's the whole. That's literally the fucking purpose of this. If they can't, if they haven't gotten to the point where we're at, we're all generally emotionally intelligent. Seymour, thanks for popping in, bro.
Stay safe.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's gone. It flew away real fast. You know what I'm saying, though. It's easier to talk in this group because you know what it's where we give you face value. Like I talk shit, you know I do. Saunders, you know I do. I roast like a motherfucker. That's one of my things. But you know it's all in good heart. You know you're my boy. You know anything I say isn't. We want that, and we want every single veteran to have that again because we all had that in the military. It's something we all had. We had somebody in our platoon who was always funny, or multiple people that lightened up the situation. And I think those types of personalities, bringing them in something like this, will bring more people who aren't necessarily in our place. It'll open a few more doors in their minds, I think.
Plus, Chris, I mean, you already, like, you know what to do. You know how to handle the situation, you know, and you have that background and that experience where you also know how to pass that knowledge on, or at least get resources if you don't know, like if you need to. So you're actually in a better situation than most. Like, you have the ability to actually, like, make sure you can follow through the right way and get them set up for success, right? It's just changing that mindset, like accepting that, like, you literally can't be in every part of the battle all at once. Like, there's no fucking way. You know, don't burn yourself out, and don't burn all that good energy that you have that you can put into it on that piece, because that's gonna fuck you up. I mean, you're having nightmares if your mind is telling you like this. You're putting too much into that, right? At least that's what it sounds like. That's my take on it. You know?
Yeah, literal
you know what to
nightmares.
Yeah, just like readjust. Yeah, readjust. Like, readjust fire, man.
Appreciate it.
Don't
Been trying.
if you haven't shared the Zoom out already on Facebook, please share it. By the way, that's if you're watching also.
Cause I don't like I work a lot and I don't even get to. I'll be so hurt that I don't get to make these all the time anymore.
Well, now you know when they are, dude. You know when they are.
Nah,
Monday
I'm
and
usually
Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern.
I'm not working till 11 usually.
And
like
dude, if you need us to start one, if you need us to have one, this is for anybody. If you need us to have one during the week, and you especially don't want to be in one like this where it's a lot of people, where it's live, or if it's whatever we can do that. We're flexible. It's not, you know what I mean? If you need to talk at 6 a.m. Eastern and whatever, we'll make it work.
You said that until I call you.
Listen, here's the thing. Don't call me once. Call me until I answer. I'm not going to wake up off one ring. That's, you know what I mean? One phone call, I'm not waking up. If you keep calling, I'll wake up and then I'm answering.
All right, but it's time for me and my lady to chill. I'm about to hop off. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Anytime, brother. Thank you for
popping in. I'm about to. I don't know. Can y'all see the chat? Like, if somebody's on Facebook, are y'all able to see that?
If you're the moderator,
you can. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're the moderator, you can see you should be able to see all the messages coming in from everywhere. Yeah.
Oh well, I'll probably try to pop back in if y'all not.
But I mean, I have it up on my computer too. So like I'm.
So
if it's coming in,
I'm about to be talking shit real quick. I'll be in there. All right, stay safe. Love y'all. Keep your heads up.
All right, brother. Love you too, man.
Later, man.
All right, love you. It's good to meet you, Chris.
Nice to meet y'all too.
Damn, that's great.
All right, who's the next sacrifice? Were you, Alex? Were you able to articulate? Do you think?
Yeah, I was. Hold on. Yeah, I caught everything. Mr. iPhone or Chris, whatever his name is. Yeah, no, that same stuff's been going on in Michigan. I told him I wanted to tell him, like, you're already on, like, your partner, the manager. He already said, you're already a step ahead of everybody because you already have knowledge of it and prior combat experience against weird motherfuckers out there. The weirdest thing is when I came back, there's more problems over here in America than there was over there. I don't know. It's fucked up, but I know that because when we lived over in Muskegon and Ottawa County in Michigan, we had some weird people stop over and try to give us like insurance for our kids. I'm like, all right, first of all, you're not putting insurance on my kids. It was stupid. They were playing some scam. But yeah, I know exactly what he's dealing with, and it's scary, but at least you can call the bullshit out. You know?
Yeah.
I think
it goes a long way, man.
This is a topic in the future, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I think that's one of my favorite aspects of PTSD is that hypervigilance, that the ability to look at things in an aspect, in a way, in an aspect that other normal people who haven't seen combat, who haven't been in those, not even just combat, high stress situations.
Yeah, I think you're a worrywart and stuff. It's like,
yeah,
no,
yeah. I think it's a leg up. I think it's almost like a sixth sense. Like I honestly think it is that.
Yep.
That might be the only part I like about it, but there is something.
Yeah.
Jeremy. Do you have any dreams you would care to share? You went through some experiences, man. I'm curious.
Unfortunately, my one dream since 2003 is stuck on fucking repeat. It's either repeat the same experience or I get nothing.
What's the experience?
Downed Aircraft Recovery Team, Mosul, October 03. 2 Blackhawks collided and landed on top of buildings and shit. And I'm the crane operator to go pick the shit up and bring it home. I unfortunately relived the shit over and over and over and over perfectly.
So this happened. Like this is an actual thing.
Oh yeah, it's documented, fucking recorded, made the Army Times. It was the last time the 101st flew daylight or nighttime operations over Mosul in 03. They started going daytime only. It was back in the days of what's up armor. Or, hey, maybe we should worry about people pointing things at us.
So what about it like gets you? Are you willing to talk about that?
Well, no, I just repeat the shit over and over and over. I'm the crane operator. They had me boom the crane up above one of the buildings to retrieve a Blackhawks engine that was stuck up there. When we dislodged it, a boot fell.
Ooh.
Bloody, burnt, something in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting in the crane. I'm not allowed to get out of the crane. The crane was driven from Mosul Airfield into town. It's very much, well, fuck, I get to sit here and stare at shit. And I get to just relive it. I don't know any of the people, don't remember anything other than, hey, oh, well, fuck, I can look at the report. I experienced the situation over and over. It's not frightening because 101st, when we invaded in 03, the aviation side that was attached to Division Support Command, we got told a very simple thing. Shoot to eliminate the threat. If it looks at you cross-eyed, shoot at it. Nothing ever looked cross-eyed at us. Nothing. we always had weapons pointed out in a very fuck with us, we're going to obliterate you fashion. But that was when the initial ROE was in place. We didn't get attacked. We didn't do anything. I just got to stare at things. Now, if you ask me memories, any other the deployment, yeah. And my job on a daily was to pull phase maintenance on the aircrafts. So seeing all the broken shit and then mixed in body parts, it's fucked up to see. I was 22 when it happened. I'm 41 now. And it's the only fucking dream I have. Don't remember marrying either of my 2 wives. Remember the divorces. But fucking.
Those are the highlights, man.
Hey, I damn sure got the divorce certificates. And I can say I was jodied both times.
Well, that's why you remember the divorce. That was a time to celebrate, man.
True. Not even in a funny way. It really is.
We'll just say it led to severe anguish and damn near 20 years of issues because the first Jody was a E6 in division when I was a 21 to 22 year old E3 to E4. So let alone did he steal my wife and knock her up and I got divorced. Yeah, I got treated like shit the whole time.
By your unit?
Yeah.
Wow. Why?
Swingers have friends. And the friend was higher up in my chain of command, and yeah, I didn't rock the boat by going to IG.
Oh, they fucking had it coming, man.
Hey, I stayed E4 from 99 to 2005. Then all of a sudden shot up to 6.
I like that sham shield. That's why.
I got you out of the bullshit for the most
I
part.
didn't go for sergeant. They were trying to make us wear green damn monkey suits out in Iraq. I had to throw mine away before we could because I didn't get no damn storage. Assholes. Oh, sorry.
Iraq was fun though.
Kind of. I love the falafels and shit. The bread, their food was good. I love that. You used to bring us whole chickens if I gave them like $20 to their town. There's like K. It's not Kandahar. I always want to say Kandahar, but it's not that. But yeah,
Kirkuk?
Yeah, their food was good. I loved it.
See, they brought food to Mosul Airfield and cooked it right there.
Ooh.
And division or mayor's cell for the airfield allowed them to set up a restaurant maybe 2 blocks from the flight line where we had our clamshell tent that we stuck to the airfield in 03. But that was before they built the fancy DFAC.
Oh yeah.
All you guys, even talking about the stacks, I heard about the stacks. Some of my friends, actually, one of them just recently retired.
We had just the central housing units, just little like room basically. But I mean, there's like, 20, 30 of them. But yeah.
Oh, shit, we had a GP medium with 18 people to a tent.
Nice.
Well, all right, hold on. Afghanistan, we had
deployment.
tents. Afghanistan, we had tents. The combat deployment, we had tents. The Djibouti, the not combat deployment, we did not have tents. we lived it up pretty fucking nice.
Mhm.
You could drink on
Yeah,
deployment.
see, even in deployment, even in the deployments, as you claim, with the tents, we still had big screen TVs with satellite TV.
Who
We
did?
just brought the shit ourselves.
Oh,
101st in 03. We had Xbox, GameCube, and a 32-inch TV with satellite in the GP medium on Mosul.
Blew up my Xbox 360 Slim the first week I was there. I didn't realize, I forgot it was 220.
oh shit! Oh shit! That's a big fuck up.
And guess what? Is
That's
that
a
new
sparkler
Xbox, you
bomb.
couldn't get the damn freaking power cord to it until 6 months later. So I was sitting there a whole tour with an Xbox I couldn't use. Worse things could happen.
It's true.
Sorry, I just
So Jeremy,
heard that.
Dude, you can throw in shit
Oh,
whenever
no,
the
you
fuck you
good,
want.
brother.
Never have to
Yeah.
apologize.
Fucking 220. That pissed me
Jeremy,
off. I paid
Yes,
600
sir.
bucks.
is there like a? I'm curious. I wanna dive back into your recurring dream. Is there a like a common feeling with it that goes with it? Because I can only imagine. I mean, like sitting there, just pulling shit out and just staring at the aftermath. You know, kind of unceremoniously too, because you kind of have to if you want to recover it.
Yeah, it's literally, I got woke
Yeah.
up at 2:00 in the morning, got told, go up to CP, get Flak Fest full ammo draw, and get in the fucking crane. Okay. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know, I got limited instruction. We just got told to fucking get to work. And I followed vehicles out. We did shit. We came back. I unloaded things into the hardened aircraft, like half shell, because it didn't have doors on either end on Mosul Airfield. So they could do their inspections for FAA and all that wonderful jazz. I repeat that day over and over and over. No real
Well,
connection
how
to
do
it.
you feel?
Not
But
when it
there's
happens?
there's like an underlying like.
No, it's
Even
random.
whether it was when it happened or when it recurs, right? Is there like an underlying, I don't know, emotion or feeling that goes
When
with
it-
while it's popping up?
So when it happened, I had just found out that I had been jodied literally the day before. So I'm sure upset and all that. When I relive it, no, I just relive it. I smell it. I see it. I picture it perfectly, but I have no connection to it. I know all the guys that were there, but when I look at their faces, they're not there. When I look at their names, they're not there. It's just the same thing. It could happen tonight. It could have happened a month ago. Just a random. It does what it wants to do. It's fucking annoying, being honest. I wish I had normal dreams, or even nightmares would be better. Something new.
Have you switched up the way you sleep? Like, have you like tried listening to shit before you go to sleep to try and get your mind into a place, or are you just like going to bed?
And no making fun of me, I use THC products to the point of good night. And
Dude,
I'll still
this is
fucking randomly do
just a
it.
suggestion.
It's legal in Michigan.
Just a suggestion. Even if you do your THC
I don't think
products.
anyone's gonna judge for that.
Dude,
Yeah,
just
Okay,
download
well,
Pin-
if you don't judge a stoner, then I smoke different strains that put me out. And yes, I do use ambient noise machines and shit because, yeah, I can't sleep in the quiet.
Right. Do you like comedy?
What about have you ever talked to anybody about this, like clinically?
Oh yeah, they've known about me forever. I was in counseling back in 2008. I was actually, thanks to this specific incident, they put our entire company or the entire team that got sent out and all of us into counseling for a year after SRP, reverse SRP at Fort Campbell.
Are you in therapy now?
No.
When's the last time you did it?
Couldn't fucking tell you.
Fair enough.
15.
What
was it?
How'd that? Because it was so raw. Like if you're coming back from SRP, and then you get tossed into like a year of mandatory counseling. Like, did that even take? Like, what the fuck was that? How'd they approach that shit? I'm curious how the Army handled.
In my particular case, they pencil whipped it.
Awesome. So cool.
I had already gone through divorce and anger management 14 times and had been cleared 14 times by the hospital and everything. And thanks to other issues that had transpired in Iraq, upon completion of reverse SRP, I was laterally transferred to Headquarters Brigade to be Brigade Command Group Driver.
Which is like a downgrade.
So I don't know. That's what they did with me. But then eventually I just got sick of driving for everybody. I went out checkpoints. I did whatever the fuck to spend 2 weeks out there away from everybody.
No, this was after deployment. After we came home, did reverse SRP. It wasn't a downgrade. It was actually a career saver.
Really?
Because I was supposed to revert.
Yeah.
I was supposed to receive a general letter of reprimand to be added to my permanent record, so I would never see E5.
Damn.
I'm
sorry.
Deployment was interesting, the first one, but lot of it.
That was it though. It was just. So you got records of the Army doing their, like, especially the Army back then doing. Fuck, my headset died. Hold on. All right, doing their bullshit, like check the block, whatever the fuck, and you only did, like, they did that one mandatory counseling thing for a year after you got back on that event, and then like penciled it in, kind of checked the block, sent you on your way.
I didn't do the year.
Nothing ever. Oh, no?
No. Reverse SRP, went to counselor. Yeah. Counselor looked at medical records and went, pencil whip. So first appointment, pencil whip, the mandatory year that I was supposed to do, but instead did 6 months command group driver, got promoted to, the letter never made it to my record. Went to the board, made E5, returned to my unit, and immediately took the section sergeant E6 slot, firing all the NCOs.
And then by that point, you were pretty much getting ready to deploy again, right?
We deployed October 2005. So yeah.
Yeah.
I got promoted.
You never really got a chance to process any of that shit you went through, right? Not even clinically.
Well, this will make it even more fucked up. I got promoted E5 September of 2005. I attended WLC January 2007.
Nice.
So you've heard the wonderful stories of the military stupidness and horror stories. Hi, I'm the guy that it happened to.
Or what the hell's
Dude,
it?
you got green weenie. You got green weenie so fucking hard, man. That green weenie was thirsty for you. Oh.
Oh, my first award got downgraded to an AAM because I had never received an award before. It's funny that my first award,
Dude, the Army took Viagra when it saw you.
My first award was for being the hazmat and tool room deployment NCOIC for 101st Division, completing the deployment of 256 aircraft and 5,000 pieces of rolling stock in 72 hours out of Jacksonville Port. But I only got an AM.
FedEx couldn't do better.
That is the award system.
Green weenie on steroids.
So, I mean, obviously you have a lot of experiences to unpack, but I think the recurring dreams, I think that would be worth talking. Like, you know.
Oh, they've tried. I
Were
am
you-
followed by social worker, counselor, psychiatrist, all exactly on that dream. I've been sent to 7 different counselors, and they've tried. Unfortunately, due to traumatic brain injury that happened right before it and was never treated, and has just continued to deteriorate, I'm stuck with it for no goddamn reason.
Well, let me ask you this then: when you go, if they've tried with, like, let's say 6, 7 different avenues of approach on that specifically, how does it generally go? Like, what's the hang up there? You know, like, what's the process? They go in, you open up about it, you tell them what happened, they ask you some questions, and then.
Well, in full detail, then they ask me, why can I focus on this? Why can I focus on this? And I explain, it's just stuck in my head. I don't know.
Isn't that why you're there, though, to figure that out? So I love that. I
do. You would think.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It sounds like a few things. Then. Go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you guys are good.
Well, and how I explained how I explain the whole what happened and situation and in detail when I'm not trying to specifically avoid it, my brain reads just like the article that was done. And the photographs,
what I'm saying is I think
even down to the bumper number.
Maybe, and I don't fucking know, but maybe because of the TBI, right? And because you've read the reports and things like that, the memory of it is a very, very, you know, like military writing dry kind of memory of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the TBI is making it hard to remember some of the details, and then your mind is filling the gap with the reports to make that the reality. That could be again, I don't fucking know, but maybe that could be why it's coming out. So, you know,
well, it's. Before I read the report,
the way it is.
Before I read the reports, I've only had the reports for maybe 4 years now. The counseling started immediately, and it was even when I first came back. Dream was there. That moment, that time that I think it was, we were out there 17 hours, is stuck in my head. No conversations.
There's a lot of emotion that's got to be there behind it too, though. It's like, and like you were saying, like you can remember the smells, right? Specifically, and smells are, I mean, that's one of the biggest memory triggers too. Is like if those are the things that really stand out, your mind. I want to say, I think there's a good chance. And again, like, I'm not a fucking professional, right? I'm not trying to tell you what's what. But it's like an underlying emotion of how that all impacted you, right? That's why your mind is putting it on a repeat. There's something that hasn't come to light yet. It hasn't been looked at or confronted and attacked yet, you know, and your mind is bringing it up over over and over again.
The
To
smells
kind of let you know like,
that
you haven't figured it
everybody
out.
keeps,
You haven't found the key yet.
the smells and everything that everybody keeps talking about, the smell that I smelt that day is still to this day in that crane. I didn't smell any of the deployment environment or anything else. But I'm a mechanical guy. It's fucking grease, oil. I have no other smells to explain because in my life, in my world, it was only fucking oil.
But let me ask you this though. I mean, or let me throw this at you. Even though like you're in your crane, right? That's like what you were smelling was what was in your crane. In that moment, going through that experience where you're watching a fucking boot with somebody's foot still in it fall out, that's what you're smelling, right? That's why.
Where the argument with
the smell of the battlefield, dude.
Even the counselors, when they tried to talk to me about it, no, I smelled fucking oil. I've deer hunted and seen hunting and I've seen blood before. What screwed with me and what screws with them is the whole experience. All I smelled was grease and oil because our cranes were shit. I'm not saying it was
but
goodly.
You saw the body parts, so that grease and oil immediately got paired with that. So as long as you smell grease and oil, it's just going to keep popping up. That is the trigger.
Right, but I also saw the 14 guys standing around with weapons, blindly pointing weapons at everything. I saw my trailer and truck pull up to the situation and them break in or open up my chain box and strap box and start unloading 84 straps. That stuck in my head because, well, that's what one of my goals when I was there for what I was doing. I hate to say it, the whole situation, I did what I did and have no actual emotional connection to it.
That doesn't sound. Yeah. I think you do have an emotional connection to it.
Well, my emotional connection is
find it.
I was stuck. I had just found out I had been Jodied.
Mm-hmm.
Literally found out one of the guys that was on rear D was given the D.
Of course.
I don't want to be this guy, but to me, it sounds honestly like it sounds you didn't have the ability to do. You did all you could do, given your role, but you had other things planned that you knew needed to be done, and you saw it not happening. You didn't have control over that situation.
Stuck in.
With 101st, I didn't have any control of anything. We didn't come home until March of 2004. We didn't have mid-tour. We didn't have phone calls. Our mail trucks were getting blown up before they made it to Mosul. So it was very much, we just gotten replacements in, and I don't know why they called them replacements when nobody left, but he showed up. A new guy showed up, said, that guy's with this girl. That's my fucking wife. Jesus. Then at 2:00 in the morning, I get woke up and get told, get your shit. The whole time, the whole situation was going on, I was doing my job, everything else. Yes, my mind was somewhere else. I wanted somebody dead.
I think that's it right there.
And I can't fix that because, well, he's dead.
Oh, well.
He was dead before I got home. Because apparently he was somebody else. He was Jody to, I think, a total of 5 guys. I got questioned by CID when I got home. And I said, no. I was not fucking here.
So let me throw a question at you. Is it is it possible that because those two experiences happen essentially right on top of each other, the Jody and then having to go through and recover the two Blackhawks with all the bodies in it, is it possible that your mind is kind of pointing the finger at the Jody thing as a crutch, because it's easier in a sense to focus on that as the cause or the blame or whatever it is than it is to process, bringing down two Blackhawks and watching just body parts fall out of that shit and deal with that, like those are, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it possible that could be part of what's going on?
Well, divorce, remarried, divorce, or Jodied again. I have a bad habit of just going to work.
But your mind keeps bringing up that event specifically, but your body, right? Your mind is telling you no, but your body is telling you Jody. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it almost seems like that's it, and I get it. Like it might, and I could absolutely 100% be totally off the mark with this shit. I'm trying to throw some devil's advocate shit out there just to get the gears turning, right? If this has been going on for, 20 years, 15, 20 years, like
18.
That's a significant amount of time.
And he's not
for
the
it to
only
just be the
person
same exact thing. Yeah. So could there be another angle, right? And could that possibly be part of it, where it's you're focusing more on the Jody side than consciously you're focusing more on the Jody side than you are on the actual event itself.
Until people bring it up, I forget it even existed.
I don't think that's true.
What existed?
The ex-wife.
What, the Jody?
The Jody thing.
You brought that up, though. We didn't bring that up. I didn't know.
No,
that.
I was going off time frame. That's what happened those 2 days.
Time frame up too, baby. Don't.
No, it was you've got to look at things causative. I was already going through the anger management classes because the woman who had Jodied me, we were going through marriage issues and everything well before I even deployed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So think about it this way: like everything that we experience, right? Military specific, and the potential trauma that you go through here. I think everything before it, leading up to it, sets the stage for how you're going to respond to future trauma, right? That be it like childhood experiences all the way up to like adult experiences before that experience. So if you're already going through those classes, you're already having a rough time with it, and then you just find out the Jody thing happens, and then you go out on this. Your mind is raw, right? Your mind is has the green weenie has basically fucked your mind raw, which is setting the stage for this now other very traumatic event to just hit you in a way that you can't even predict or understand. Maybe there's something. Maybe it's one of these things. Maybe it's a whole mix of like some of what we're all bringing up, right? Who knows? But your mind was raw as fuck from that green weenie. Like you just got fucking Jody, and then you get woken up in the middle of the night to go out and fucking, pull things where body parts are falling off that shit.
And we had run out of cigarettes.
Your mind's not even like anywhere close to process that event. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and we had also ran out of cigarettes camp wide.
No. Oh, your mind is even more raw, dude.
The PX trailer had not shown up to Mosul until November.
Oh, you poor son of a bitch. Oh.
Oh, come on.
You
The
gotta
Green
start
Menu
getting
was
the coffee
great.
ground. Crazy. I'm fine. Dude, I
No,
don't know.
you just
if
find the guy
that
who
drink's
brought extra cigarettes who didn't smoke, who was selling for $20 a pack.
Good for him.
a business. That's a business person right there.
Hey, there was all kinds of businesses running on Mosul Airfield and Balad Airfield.
I'll bet. I've heard stories on deployments, man.
We didn't have fancy things like you guys in Afghanistan.
Oh, dude. Well, it really depends where you're at.
Damn, Balado was fancy to me. I was out at Bob Cobra in Diyala province. Yeah, it was shit.
Yeah, if you're on a cop anywhere, like you're dogging it out, man.
Well, Army side of Balad in 05. It was not fancy, and we were not supposed to go anywhere near the Air Force side.
I believe it. I didn't see it until 2010, so everything was already erected. Even my fob had, like you said, a cafeteria or a, whatever, chow lounge, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was dedicated to a person that died in erecting the airfield over there. I have no idea who he is, but yeah, thank him for me eating.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I'd sit on it, man. I'd think on it. I think there's a lot of angles that haven't been touched. I don't know if your counselors ever took the time. Part of it too could be you're just not in a place to be ready to even entertain that kind of shit. That's always the thing too. Like if you're 100%. Mentally not ready to touch that shit, a counselor or a psychologist isn't going to do shit for you. So that could be part of it as well. Just to throw things out there. But if it's like 15 years or more, there's something there that you just haven't been able to put your finger on yet. And if you want to dive into it, here's some angles to think about.
Well, and I'll forget. This is no offense to you. I'm not trying to blow you off, but unfortunately, with memory issues and shit, due to the TBI and other brain issues with multiple sclerosis and the multiple amount of damage, I forget what people tell me all the goddamn time. So,
you know what we're do? You know what we're gonna do? Because I'm gonna forget this shit too. But later, we can rewatch this, and I will make a document for you and send it to you with the cliff notes.
I was just going to say, you come into these things regularly. So, yeah, if you forget it, that's all fine and dandy. We're just going to remind you on either Monday or Friday.
Well, reminding me is great. But
we'll pester.
Sadly, thanks to multiple sclerosis. Thank you. That I appreciate because I can print that shit off. I can't write and I can't type, which fucking sucks.
Yeah, we got you, man. Well, we can tag that shit up. Yeah, because that's I can't even imagine if you've been dealing with that for that many years and it just keeps popping up. Like,
I've got so much other shit that's going on. It's kind of like that's a cliff note. That's a small problem.
But the unconscious stuff has a way of seeping in,
Well, I'm sure.
And who cares? Who cares? There's no pecking order. It's like whatever you can start figuring out how to attack differently, just go there. It doesn't need to be everything at once. That's never going to work. Take it as you can. And the theme of the night is dreams anyway. So while we're on that subject, Hey.
Oh man.
So
nice
Tony. Yeah. The theme of the night is like dreams, whether they're recurring or just
well, everybody's talking about dreams too. Kind of, it brings up a lot of old stuff like him. I was through 3 relationships before I found my wife, or I had a kid with a previous one. So, I was dealing with her in Iraq trying to threaten to leave me. That was fun. So, but that was in like 2010, 2011. We were trying to get out of there. So,
Did that shit ever come back up, like in dreams and shit?
no,
Is that
I
where you're
still
going
deal
with
with her. She's still a bitch. My wife has to deal with her now. I don't talk to her. I won't. She's an asshole.
She's the
Not even a smart asshole. She's kind of like fucking autistic or something. I beamed up. I got a retarded girl knocked up. There we go. Not really, but she's basically borderline. I was just too drunk to know. 2 weeks on leave.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's.
don't give a shit.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the girl? Your girl now?
No, this is my. This
I
is
was
my
gonna
wife.
say
She
she's
has the
smart
3
enough to get you into the Zoom.
I was about to say, I'm waiting
Yeah.
to see your wife come up and slap the shit out of
She's
you.
in the back.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Where's the?
Yeah, she possessed me.
But you're on the couch tonight,
She
buddy.
takes care of me. I live by a VA now. Everything's good. I'm actually really happy at this point in my life. It's taken a while, but you know, like I said, everybody gets there eventually. I think it just takes a
Well,
while.
you know,
On
on
10
that
years,
too,
I'm
it's
struggling
like
with
I think
PTSD, fucking pissing off my family, everyone, friends, relationships. Didn't give a fuck. Now I kind of give some fucks.
Now I got a couple fucks to give.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
Hey,
you know,
dude.
it's I'm glad you got some balance in your life, you know,
Yeah.
because it's a journey to get there. It's not ever easy. I mean,
Oh,
shit, that transition process. Oh no, Tony left.
Yeah, he just said he just said he was popping in to see how the rebooted Zoom was going. He said it feels
I
like
missed
the
that.
old
I missed
calls.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he said
So
just one of the reboot.
yeah, so Alex, so it's because that's all. I mean, like part of the transition out, like that's just it's a huge life change. So trying to figure your shit out.
I was only
get to
in
where
for
you're
about
at,
4 years, 3 years and 11 months.
Yeah, dude, I was
Oh.
in for 4.5, but I mean that's still
Yeah.
years of your
Yeah.
life conditioned to a specific environment.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, it's totally
institutionalized,
different.
whether it's for a year or 3 or 20. You're institutionalized.
Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Those are impactful years, you know. Plus, it's so where I was trying to get with is that it's not. I don't know, man. I'm slowly starting to realize that I have things that I need to address through like coming on
I
here.
am going
talking
back to my
Dan,
dreams.
like,
I'm staying on topic with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, lately, the last couple months, last year and a half, I fucked up. Okay. I grabbed my son's arm too tight and left a bruise, and CPS got involved, and my kids were taken away. So I've been sitting here for a year and a half battling for my kids to come home, my daughter, my 3 stepsons, and it's been hell, but I'm still doing it. And I think that's my biggest stressor right there. But yeah, no, I guess I'll just stay on topic. Dreams, come and play with that.
You don't have to stay on topic,
that,
man.
dude.
If you
Yeah.
got shit to talk about,
brother.
remember,
Yeah, you
if you
don't
got
have
shit
to-
to talk about, that's
the
more
theme is
important.
just
Fuck the topic.
But you know, that I don't think of myself as like an evil person. I fucked up once, you know, just grab a kid's arm too tight, like knock it the fuck off, you know, that kind of shit. But whatever, I'm still stepdad, so I'll continue to do it. And with the dreams, like you want to bring up, like I was saying, like I control them. They're not a hindrance to me anymore, I guess. Somewhat they could be possibly in the future, you know, you can't control it, but they seem to be leveling out where now my person in regular life and my dream life is actually kind of meeting up somewhere and figuring out myself. That weird hippie shit.
Dude,
That's my
that's
life.
that's a pretty decent level of awareness right there, though. That's like
Yeah.
you're
It's
pretty
crazy.
yeah, that's pretty up there.
It took me years, but eventually I got there.
Yeah.
Just
damn, dude. Good for you.
well, the biggest thing too was my wife getting me to talk to people. You know, that I'm not the only one with these kind of problems, or you know, that you guys, your problems in an alternate universe, but you know, same
See,
thing.
What we've realized here at Project Refit, what we've actually like really enforced is it does not matter whether we've had civilians come on, we've had females come on and talk about how they were raped, and it's just because pain is pain. We're all going through shit. We're all sucking this shit up together. It fucking sucks living like this every single day. But guess what? I'm not the only one living like this every single day. When I see there's a group of other people, dude, that cliche ass saying, misery loves company. It's the fucking truth.
I like that mentality.
Why do you think we love the military? We're fucking miserable the whole time, but we loved it. We loved the aspects to it, the camaraderie, and that's. I don't like tooting the horn to Project Refit, but toot. This environment creates that the same conversations and shit you would have on sidebars with your boys or your girls, whoever the fuck you talk to.
Right.
I think it brings that back. It's just getting people to want to feel that shit.
Oh no! Normally, I don't
know what I mean?
As much.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I like talking. Yeah.
And
oh yeah,
your first night in here too, and you're fucking. I love
I got all kinds of shit.
I love it.
I got weird stories. Trust me. Even non-military related, I got weird stories.
It's all part of the journey, man.
Right.
And to go off of Dan, dude. I mean, it's like when we were in the military, right? That lifestyle was so. Whether you're military, law enforcement, first responder, like whatever it is, that lifestyle is a very teamwork focused lifestyle, right? And you have to live that lifestyle or you're fucked, you know?
Right.
So
you can't look at other people's
whether
uniforms
it's you get shafted
them.
because you're in an environment where you need to
Yeah.
work together, and if you don't, something dangerous can happen or bad can happen. Or it's just if you don't work with the team is going to shit all over you, you know, either or.
Mm-hmm.
But when we leave, we don't do that anymore, right? When you get out, we don't typically have a team that we stick with. We don't have a fire team. We don't have any of that shit. We don't have a battle buddy. We get out. You might have some friends back home who you were kind of okay with. You know, you might have some buddies that you once in a blue moon keep in touch with, but you don't have a team anymore. And that's the hardest part to me is like, without that, you can't do this shit alone. Regardless of what the situation is, regardless of what you experience, you can't do it alone. You know, you can't. And if you try to, like, that's where we end up isolating. That's where we end up shutting ourselves out.
That's where it was.
Because we think all of a sudden, we're like, well, I'm alone. It's like, no, you're not. It's just, you know, where's your battle buddies? Like, make those battle buddies. Get back in touch with that team mindset. Have a mission. Have something to go forward with, you know. Because that's the thing, too, is like on all this shit, we might get to points in our life where things are a little more balanced, you know, at least they seem that way. But if we don't take the time to learn and we don't make sure that we still have a continuous team and a fire team or whatever to touch in with, to look out for, because that helps heal us when you heal other people, but also that can look out for us. It's going to be easier for some of those things from the past to creep up on us, right? You might have it leveled out for a bit, but it's always there. That's the thing about any kind of rough experience, is that it's always going to be there. It's just knowing how to recognize it faster the next time, and then understanding, do you have the right tools? Do you have the right training? Do you have the right mindset to be able to manage it and push forward and get back up? Because there's going to be some situations that, like, I know some folks are like, well, you just got to have the best mindset in the world, and you just got to do X, Y, and Z.
Eat broccoli and go to church every day.
To be, it's not realistic. There's going to be situations that you'll encounter in life, no matter how much shit you've been through, that's going to knock you on your fucking ass. That will always exist. There's going to be, life is beautiful that way. You know, it's I don't know what color the life's weenie is. Not green. You know, maybe it's just a green weenie coming back at us, you know, esoterically in another form, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back sometimes in a way that just fucks you up, and you just can't. Exactly. It's going to knock you down, right?
It's part of evolution.
It's going to knock you down.
You're right about that.
It's not a bad thing, though. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, though.
No,
because the point is, You have that team that can help you get back up, that can cover your back, watch your shit, you know, and like that way you can get out of it, you know. That way you have the time to push yourself out of it. Because ultimately it's on you too. If you don't take the time to push yourself out of it, team or not, you're going to stay in it. But it helps to have a team, to know I got people watching me. I got people that get it, you know. It's a constant thing. We always got to stay vigilant with that shit, you know, and look out for each other. Look out for your team. Look out for all that. I don't know. I went off.
Thank you, Mo. I totally agree with that. I'm totally on that mindset right now. Like I said, it took me years. It took me 3 years of being married with my wife to finally realize you are fucking crazy, Alex. You need to go talk.
Listen to her. You're not. You are not crazy.
I know. I mean, like, you know, mentally unstable. I know. But like, I don't think like everybody else, kind of thing.
See, I don't see. There's post-traumatic stress, and then you've already started to do it. There's post-traumatic growth. You even being aware of how fucked up you are is growth. Because there's a time where I didn't know I was fucked up. There's a time that I was who I was. So yes, you may be in our minds, not our family's minds, not your wife's mind, but in our minds, we're quote unquote fucked up because we're comparing ourselves to society. Now, if you look at society, how many fucked up motherfuckers do you see? All of them. Everyone's fucked up. You know what I mean? That's the normality here.
I think the biggest thing was just for the last couple of years, just noticing everyone's human. Everyone has, I guess, a profession or a job or whatever occupation, something to them that makes them them. Me, I guess I just didn't know. Maybe I got out of the army too soon, or
you lost your purpose.
I just kind of realized I was a dad. I just, you know, like I said, I fucked up once. Of course, CPS in Michigan, they come down on you hard. So, and I will not.
Well, hey, that's part of the one of those life things that's going to knock you down, though.
Oh yeah.
You know, now it's a matter of are you taking the time to get back up? Do you have a team that will cover you while you're getting back up?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you going to learn from it, right? What do you learn? So you know how to respond, right?
Absolutely.
That's the thing, is taking those learning points from those experiences too. It's not just getting back up. It's what can I learn? How do I grow from this shit? You know, and that's like to Dan's point. That's post-traumatic growth. Where you're turning it into something awesome. You know.
I honestly, I don't know. I've noticed something in myself over the last, I don't know, 2 years. Something's changed. Like, obviously, I wouldn't have done this. It took me 10 years to do this shit. So
I think, dude, Alex, I honestly think we get to a point. I'm done fighting it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done playing the game with it. So I'm eager to find new ways to tell it to fuck off. You know what I mean? It's going to be here forever. The shit don't go away. That's how it works. But you learn how to tell it to fuck off and how to manage it. So like I do intense therapies, like too much probably sometimes. But because I'm eager to find different, because 99% of the coping mechanisms don't work for me. I'm too in my head for them to work for me. I'm overthinking. I know I'm lying to myself. Like, I know what I'm doing. If I'm doing it subconsciously, I'm like, I try and not think about it, but then I'm thinking about it.
If it messes with my sleep a lot, and I already have like sleep apnea from my genetics and dealing with burning garbage and all this other jobs I've had over the last 10 years. I can't blame it all on that one point, but sorry, I lost track. Yes, continue.
Oh, dude, no, we squirrel.
I squirreled that.
So
yes.
You are. I've squirreled 3 times tonight already. So
yeah,
that is not an issue. I did it in a meeting earlier today. We had a call for Project Refit, and I had some like good point. It was like,
I know. As soon as you get it in your head, you gotta stick it out, and if you don't, you lose it forever.
I keep telling myself this. I'm going to get sticky notes, and I'm going to I have a notepad right here, but I keep misplacing my pen, and it's a black pen. My lights off. It's a lost cause.
One thing, it's another, right?
It's if it's one excuse, it's another, right?
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. No, I appreciate this, guys. I thank you for taking time to talk to me.
Oh,
Actually,
dude, Alex.
Yeah.
By the way, before we forget,
Dude, thanks
so
for calling.
the Monday one is live streamed. Tonight's is live streamed. Fridays is
Okay.
not live streamed. Friday's
Okay.
private. So if you want to open up about shit you don't want on the live, or anybody listening, watching right now wants to come on the Friday one, it'll just be a closed Zoom. The people who are in it are who in it. It's not recorded. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yes, just and that's going to be every Monday and Friday from now on. So every Monday's live, every Friday's not.
No.
But yeah, dude, thank you, dude. Thank you for coming here, because like I said when you first popped in, and like you've said it 6 times, I think, like 10 years ago, that you would not have done this. Like it took 10 years to get here. Like
I
said,
say it
that
to
is a
other people
leap-
too.
Leap of courage to do that. That's telling that voice in the back to fuck you. That's really what you did. And then you stayed and you shared and you gave your point of view to other people. Like you did what people do after being in here for like weeks, but you did it on night 1. So that just shows like where the fuck you're at already. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I told you earlier before when we first started this, I'd done a couple other meetings, and I just found that honestly, I got a lot to say. Apparently,
Yeah,
me being
I'm sure
quiet
you do.
for plenty of years, just.
But see, dude, the beauty about this shit is when it'll start picking up more, there'll be more than 4 or 5 people in it. You're going to hear a lot of different points of views. You're going to hear, I've been in therapy since 2016. There's people who've been in it for 20 years. There's people who've been in it for 1. And just hearing those different aspects and those different points of views, it plants so many seeds. I can't tell you how many times. And do you write at all? Like, do you write your thoughts down at all? Or I don't like writing doesn't do it for me. I can barely read my own handwriting. So
I kind of used to, but my handwriting, it's chicken scratches. Like I said, I was
I'd be the
looking
best
for my
doctor.
goddamn commander, and he had to read chicken scratches for me trying to rewrite off an interpreter off his broken English bullshit. So it just sounds like an ignorant motherfucker. Just
I was going to say something. I really forget what I was going to say. Why'd I ask you if you wrote before?
Oh, it's a COI, so it's Company Operations Intelligence Support Team. I guess they did that with the Fisters. It's something else to find another job for them to do, since they can't launch artillery everywhere.
So another you'll see it after you start popping, after more people come in here and you're in here more often. There's going to be things you think, or at least this has happened to me. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen to you. There's things that I thought, and I'm like, if I'm pretty rigid in the way I have been pretty rigid in the way I thought. I'm learning to be more in the gray. Hold on. So I would get stuck in certain thoughts or thought processes or beliefs, and without hearing a proper argument to make me not believe that, I'm going to stay believing that. Where in this, I've said something, and the second I verbalize it and I actually voice what the feeling, thought, belief is, half the time people don't even have to say anything. I'm like, oh, you're a fucking idiot, dude. That doesn't even make fucking sense. When it's in here, it makes sense. When it comes out, it does not make fucking sense.
No.
For me.
One thing I had to learn too is people have to hate you before they like you or love you. So, but unfortunately, you have to spew your bullshit out at people for a bit till they're like, "Oh, okay, maybe you know."
You said you think people have to hate you in order for you to realize.
No, not like hate you, but like,
No,
you know, you come up to a person, say, like, we're in war, right? We don't like them because we're in war, right?
Right.
Okay. Like, I don't know this motherfucker from Adam. He just, whatever. He shits like me, talks like me. I don't fucking know. I gotta shoot him, though. It's a job. But, damn it, I lost track.
That was my bad, dude. That was so my fault. I'm so sorry.
But, like, I don't hate people. I don't.
People
like,
have to hate you before they like you.
Yeah, that's what. They have to approve of your disqualities before they approve of your good qualities.
Okay, I agree.
That's what I meant.
That yes, perfect. That makes so much more sense.
All right, I'm sorry, I can't word myself right.
You're good. It's the whole we're breaking down the combo.
All right,
no worries at all. Dude, tell your wife thank you, like dead serious. Like she found this. Like thank you
right now. She's over in.
How did you find us actually?
Well, we've been trying to go through the Wounded Warrior Project for years, and I talked to whoever, some service person, and like you have to actually engage in these people. I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk to anybody. Why?
Yes, you do. See, I think you do want to talk to everybody. Not everybody.
Exactly.
I think you do want to talk. It has to be the right arena. Yeah. It has to be people who know what. See, dude, especially when I was like really, really bad, like when all my shit was
when I was younger. Yeah.
Dude. It's oh fuck.
It's hard to respect some people different. I don't know. Never mind.
No, dude. No, I was just saying my thought. Just fucking immediately.
That's gonna be a top one of the nights anyway.
Oh yeah. Well,
and that's the other thing. Like these are going to be reoccurring shit too, because there was only 5 people in this tonight. You know what I mean? Other people want. We want more people incorporated.
No, that's fine. I honestly like this.
Are you still cool with anyone you served with?
What?
Are you still cool with anyone you served with?
I tried to talk to McCoy. He was a specialist. He was kind of like what? Not line leader, not platoon leader, whatever. Leader. He was in charge of me, kinda.
He was in charge of like 2-3 people.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. I was in charge of myself, basically. So I didn't like that last guy. Not necessarily everybody hated me, but nobody knew who the fuck could go to talk to me about. Like, well, now I'm just gonna do it my fucking own way because I ain't getting nowhere with anything. And that I guess was kind of my downfall of the military. Not downfall, like I got out honorable and shit. Just
it wasn't the way you wanted it.
Yeah, and I kind of wish I had left with a little more, people to talk to. But
yeah.
They're all having families and shit when I was in Iraq, and I just found out maybe like 2 months into my deployment that I got a chick knocked up, which I kind of already guessed. Yes. She's right there.
I know the spiel already.
Yeah, she's got 3 kids.
So I'm very thankful this support group happened.
Well, I'm very thankful you brought him to us.
He needed it, and he needed someone to
And by the way, it's not just for him, just so you know.
Oh.
It's for you also.
Oh,
he needs it a little bit more than I do right
100%. I'm just saying if you needed to at any point, it's we support the family members also, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Well, that means a lot.
When I get myself more, tell you guys about how we are over here, yeah, I'm sure she'll talk more.
I just knew he needed additional support that
on the whole
I couldn't help him with.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of liberating to hear you guys in the first half hour of your guys' group. Just I couldn't understand anything you guys were talking about. Not one damn thing. But you guys are all just laughing and swearing and just having a good old time. So I just let him have it. This is for him.
And honestly, that's all he needs. Like I really that's what we were saying earlier. I really think that's what's missing in a lot of it. Like we all got shit we got to talk about. It's just we don't know how to. No arena is comfortable to talk in except that one because that's what made all of this. It just makes sense.
I think it's huge that you guys even though it was pretty, traumatic on your own separate accounts, that you guys can all come together and somehow find a humor out of it.
You have to.
You
have to.
Out of his butthole.
You know what I mean? And
I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. I don't care. Fuck those mess with goddamn sewage machine. It freaking sucks a poop out of somebody else's
they should put some of those stories in like the Guinness book.
Dude, could you imagine that being like a morale patch?
We're talking about this. Yeah.
Could you imagine that being a morale patch with like the tube? That'd be fucking hilarious.
I just don't understand why they thought they could go up to. Oh, nobody bothered them either, and we all sat there and just agaped. I mean, like why?
They're just
Mo,
I gotta go eat lunch. Oh, it was
do
stupid.
you remember on our deployment, the Cobra Company, when they got attached? Do you remember any of those dudes?
Yeah.
Did they go out on? Did they go out on missions with you? Do you remember the really tall dude, Adams? He's about to hop on.
No.
Real tall. He was like, he's the only one who looked like him. You know how like a lot of other, like some of them looked like, it's kind of hard to differentiate.
Oh yeah, all the blonde haired kids.
Yeah, like he.
Yeah.
Honestly,
blonde haired kids.
The one,
There's billions of you out there.
Sorry, I looked like everyone we were shooting at. So
I'm saying he's saying he's gonna.
Not really. Yeah, so you look like my first lieutenant. Fuck. God damn it! I know it's been 10 years. I can't remember. Oh, never mind. I know there's First Sergeant Freddie Green. He has a baseball card. Look it up. He was a baseball player. Apparently, that's what he glowed about. And then Captain Burns, he was a short motherfucker. One of PF. What are you doing? Oh, the bunny's chewing on shit. He had a jump through the goddamn, you know how a striker has a hatch, right? Like the Bradleys, y'all had the Bradleys. Mm-hmm. And he jumped right through that. He's like fucking like this high on me. Like, how the hell did you make it to the military, dude? He's that short. Much of that little motherfucker fly through a goddamn striker door was fucking amazing. Oh Jesus. Yes.
There were some twin staff sergeants that we had for a little bit.
All right. What?
Like actual twins, and they both ended up in our company at one point.
Ours? No.
Yeah.
Before me.
Remember, it was right before you. Yeah. You remember Parker? Did you ever meet him?
Parker? No.
All right. Never mind. So we had this one, the original, the OG twin that we had. He was there on my first deployment. We were out on a cop. This dude was fucking hilarious. I mean, like E6 staff sergeant, but he would always just fuck around. Like he was just such a cool ass dude. He wasn't in my platoon, but he was in another platoon. And I guess one of the because we were out on the cop at night, there was no lights on at all. Like if you wanted to walk around anywhere, you either red lighted it or used your not. And he would
barely cover my light so I could go to the bathroom.
And one of the nights, I guess he went out by one of the Heskos near the 10th of his platoon, and he was like, I guess somebody went out to go use the pisser, or they had to drop a deuce in the middle of the night, so they went out to go find the shitter, and they just like get this weird feeling. And I remember this dude telling us about it, and like get a weird feeling, and they like turn their light towards the Hesko wall, and then this fucking E6, he's like butt naked against the Hesko, like, you know, like butt ass naked, just like propped up against the Hesko.
What was
the moment this guy shines, the moment this guy shines his flashlight on it, he just goes like, and then just fucking rubs off.
Disappear like a goddamn Satchmo. Fuck. Of course.
Oh man, weird out there.
Oh yeah. You gotta appreciate those little moments. They don't seem very big, but later on they come back and they're fucking hilarious. I know.
Hell yeah.
They don't come to me like all at once, but it's just like certain situations around me.
There he is.
Brains up.
Now he's still connecting his audio.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta use.
So do you remember him, Mo? Yeah, your audio.
Your face looks kind of familiar. I don't think you were in our. Yeah, his audio is still attached. We're doing its thing. Beep booping.
Beep
looks
booping.
familiar. Yeah. What platoon was he with?
Oh, I couldn't tell you what platoon he was with. I just remember he was with Cobra. He was like one of the only dudes from Cobra that I didn't really like. I like some of the dudes from Cobra were a little annoying. He was like one of the only ones that wasn't. It was him, Garcia. Remember Jack Diaz Garcia? Dude, he was a
Guerrero?
No, Garcia. He was a brick. No. He was like a specialist, maybe even a PFC then. Brick shithouse.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think
monster.
Yeah, just dial in at him. That's what I do. Easier.
He's messaging me. I said your shit still says connecting audio.
If you click the audio thing, it gives you an option to connect do it through your phone. Like you can dial in through your phone to the call. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. My fucking headset died. So I'm on speaker on the phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah, I don't remember. We had
link I gave him has that. No,
I don't remember what
the
because when Charlie came over to us, they only had a few squads, right?
Did you guys ever serve with any of the 25th Infantry Division by any chance?
I never did. Nah.
I only did one deployment, so I think we're replacing. Was it 3rd ID or 4th ID? I don't know. The ones with it either goes slash this way or slash that way. I don't remember which one.
Oh, the broken TV screen?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think I figured it out.
The square.
Boom, you figured it out.
It has a slash that goes one way and then a slash the other way, and that's another totally other division, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't tell the damn.
Yeah, I think that's 3rd ID.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 3rd ID. It was 2010 Iraq, so yeah. I think Mountain or whatever, the one out in New York. Mountain something.
That's
Mountain.
Yeah, that one. I think they were out there too.
What's up, Adams?
Oh man,
how you doing?
All right. Took my meds, waiting for him to kick in. I got this cool fanny pack going on. It's an ice pack.
Oh Jesus!
Dude, nice. That's looking fun. That's a nice setup.
Getting old sucks.
How old are you?
Fanny packs are awesome.
27.
My child.
Baby.
Baby.
You're an infant.
4 surgeries in 2 years. I feel old.
I was gonna say the Army does age you quite a bit. Quite a bit.
A lot of running.
When are you out? You said you start terminal in a week. I think I saw on the post.
Finally got my leave form signed by the BC today, and then I started leave the 20th. But I still need to figure out moving my house. I got a Diddy appointment tomorrow at Transitions to talk about the Diddy move, and then clearing. Got to turn CIF in. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Hawaii, but trying to clear CIF gear from Hawaii is absolutely atrocious.
I got in 2011. I just seen your patch. I was B quad, 214 cav.
Oof. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that building sucks, dude. Fuck. Fucking hate that place.
Yeah, I was super pumped that the Army team we were the Army team's uniform last year. It's pretty dope. I actually bought it. I bought a bunch of shit for it.
Nice. What so what's your plan getting out?
Right off rip, my 50-meter target's gonna be get this surgery done, fusion, and then I was gonna take a gap year between here, getting acclimated back to civilian life, trying to find an on-demand job, and then recover from the surgery, because that's like almost a year minimum of recovery time. And then,
are you going to go to school at all?
Absolutely. I'm already looking at schools.
Do you know about the VRNE?
Bless you.
Okay, so there's post 9/11 and GI. One of them gives the school the money, the other doesn't. The other gives you all of it, and you have to. So do the one that gives the school the money. But there's the VRNE. Yeah, that's after. So that's separate. Yeah, that's when you run out of the. And Anthony Ball was just talking to us about this. What was it, last night before? But the VRNE is a whole separate thing. So they all pull from the same federal grant pool, essentially, right? The VRNE is an extra amount of time. It could be 12 months. The school depends. The school decides, really. But it does not get taken from the pool. So the months they give you, you use them, and then you have your 36 months of school from the 9/11, right? And you get the 9/11 or the GI, whichever one you use. They give you like I think it's like $500 a month or $500 for books, whatever it is, however much. The VRE gives you 1,000, and they will also buy you a laptop if you need a laptop. Like however the school does it, but they get you a laptop. So apply for the VRE, especially after what we talked about. After you do that shit, that's when I would apply for the VRE. Don't apply for the VRE until you intend to use it. That was something Anthony made very clear.
Grab the notebook.
And you have my number too. So I mean, we can talk about this at any point, but also write it down.
I'm in the process of packing my house, so everything's not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I mean, you can text me at all if you have any questions about this. But yeah, the VRNE and the CRSC, look into that too, like I was talking about, because that goes by time and grade and time in service. So
Right.
I got out as a specialist and I was like 4.5 years in. So I get some money where I know like one of our old staff sergeants, he was in for 12 years and got out as an E6. So he gets a lot more, you know what I mean? So it depends what rank you get out, how long you were in. But if I'm fairly certain, unless they changed it, it's if 70% of your
Base pay.
claim is of your claim, 70% of your disabilities are combat related. That's when you qualify for CRSC, but you have to be medically retired. It's the only way you can get it. So that's why I asked you if you were medically retired in the messages. So yeah, VRNE and CRSC, check them out.
I think they gave me 30% for my back and then 40 for, or what was it? 30 and 30, 30 for anxiety and 30 for my back.
But you said you have 90% total for the VA, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're focusing on, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but no, yeah, that's what we're focusing on. So, because that's like my total percentage is 190. I have 190%. That's really what you have to get double in order to get the 100 almost. So now what I told you to claim, that'll push you there enough. Like that will push you there. That's all you need. Yeah. And the benefits with 100% are insane. You get so much shit. Property tax.
Especially in Florida. Yeah.
You'll never pay property tax again if you have 100% disability.
No property tax, no estate tax. I can park wherever I want.
Really? I just got it. I didn't even know any of this.
Oh, dude, if you have 100%, you're 100% disabled?
Yeah, I just got it January. I went to rehab.
Mm-hmm. Are you temporary or permanent?
Pretty damn permanent. Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know if that's one of the qualifiers for it, because you could be 100% and not be permanent, and that doesn't qualify you for as much.
$500 to GRCC in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I didn't even know they threw it in with the whatever fund, so I accidentally spent it. That was the last time I went.
What state are you?
Michigan. I'm up in the UP, kind of like right on the border of Wisconsin. So Iron Mountain, Michigan, area code 49801.
I'm trying to look for the state. The state usually puts out like what?
I don't know. Like the last time I tried to do it was when I first got out, and I bought a vehicle, and then I had vehicle problems. Then I had to drop out, and about a year later, I went to Muskegon. Then my vehicle got taken, so yeah, I just wasn't able to ever attend right. And I actually want to go finish my mechanics, or no, it's associates. I don't know. It's for mechanical engineering and technology, something like that. I should probably just go for certs, but whatever. I'm sorry. Don't mean to cut off a new guy.
But, dude, I'm telling you, you don't need to apologize. You are good.
Yeah. I don't want to step on anybody's toes or piss anybody off. I got enough people mad at me in this world right now.
No, you're good, dude. Like we said, as long like we treat people like humans, that's all it is. I mean, ain't really much else to it.
I know for me, for the QTC appointments, when I was going through the VA process for my med board, I had to talk to a therapist. And the last time I went to EBH, that was a horrible experience. And I actually got the chick that was talking to me fired for how bad. So that kind
Was
of
she
put a
one of
sour
was
taste
she
in
one
my-
of the Army technicians?
No, she was a civilian.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. I told her things that happened and she laughed in my face about it. And then I was like, that's not what you do. I was livid.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong. So
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was fun time. Good old-
have you gone back to therapy since that?
Not officially like
Okay.
therapy, but I've
Right.
I've had phenomenal support channels. Luckily, that's one of my things. Like my family, friends,
Mm-hmm.
even like my platoon sergeant actually whenever my incident almost happened, but I'm very much the person that if I go into work, I'm talking to the privates every day. I'm like, hey, man, how are you good? How's your mom? Is your mom good? How's your life? And they see that. And then the one day I
Mhm.
didn't do that, that one day my platoon sergeant's like, you good?
What's up?
And then that's when I had like a mental breakdown. He's like, you're going to the EBH. And that helped because like
It's a
you
good
could
platoon
see
sergeant.
differences. Yeah.
That's a good leader. Yeah, dude, the vet center. So I that's the closest one to you. Most of them are doing virtual, so you don't even really have to go if you don't want to go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how far that is from you. I didn't Google that. That was just the closest one. But that's where I've gotten most of my therapy from. Like quality, like the shit that actually stuck with me and helped. They do group therapies. They should do group therapies. I've done 3 of them with the Philadelphia Vet Center. And I heal in group therapy. That's where it happens 100%. And it's not that I don't want to say you'll never run into, because how the fuck could I know? It's unlikely for you to run into what happened at a vet center. Because like I said, most of them are vets. If not, they're family members of vets. They're versed in our world. And you're not going to have to, because one of my big things was like the acronyms and shit. Like, I don't like that makes me not want to share when I have to explain every minute detail.
Yeah.
They've been
it's kinda
doing this shit.
annoying.
It is. It's clutter for your brain. They've been doing this. They've been doing it for years. They know what the acronyms are. They know what we're talking about. It is so much easier. So if you are open to doing that at any point, the vet center I would recommend is the
Because I
best
know
approach.
I know that I should, but I haven't really pushed myself to go there. And then recently, now getting out, my girlfriend she's a Marine. Well, got out of the Marines. She's always a Marine though, so she's definitely helped me throughout this entire process. She got out 2 years ago, so she knows the gambit of like what I'm going to go through, how it's going to be. And she's actually going to college, the same college I'm trying to go to. So
Nice.
everything kind of that's
Played its
huge.
part.
Yeah.
What do you?
It's like,
what
I
do you
tried to explain to my dad and like everybody else about what I'm going through, and he's like, "I'm sorry," and then she knows like what I'm going through.
I don't want you to apologize to me. I truly don't.
'Cause
But I also get it from their point. It's like my mom. I get it from their point of view. It's where they're children. Like the worst has happened to us, and we volunteered for it against their better wishes, probably.
Yeah.
So I can understand it from that aspect. But when I'm in that place, you're my parent. I need you to drop some fucking knowledge on me.
Oh, because he was in the Navy for a couple of years. So like I'm coming from a military background, so we're pretty
versed
in just a phenomenal support system. Like I got blessed.
That's amazing. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you talk to anybody from the that we went to Afghanistan with?
Yeah. So Sergeant G, he's here. I actually got
Guerrero?
Yeah.
No shit.
I mean, now he's not here.
My boy.
Yeah, I met him for
Bro,
dinner.
when I first got so you guys
Oh,
picked me
yeah.
up by accident. I was supposed to be in Deco the whole time, but when I first got to Bliss, you guys had just left for NTC.
Oh, it was you and Allers. You and Allers came through.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, Guerrero, he fucked us up nonstop. And like I was young then still, so I'm like, this motherfucker hates me or something.
No, I stepped on my dick a bunch, and he set me straight.
Hey, dude, he did. And then like he asked me like he was one of those leaders. He like first day, tell me about your family. Like what are your parents like? And I was like, oh fuck. You got time for this one or what's happening here?
I got a chaise lounge.
When I did right. When I told him about my dad, he was like the whole dickhead demeanor dropped. He's like, oh, all right. And then when we were in Afghanistan, we were doing our hot shit, obviously. And then you guys came to our area, and he saw me in the gym, and he was like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh fuck, fuck." He was like, "I heard you're doing big shit out here." I was like, "I am," and he's like, "I'm proud of you." I was like, "The feels."
I'm crying.
Yeah, he was
Well,
dope.
do you remember
He was
Sergeant
he was
Torres?
awesome, man.
Sergeant
Snap type.
Torres. No.
He was a weasel, I think. It was me and him. So Jet Ash just landed in Bagram. I just unpacked my last pair of socks out of my duffel bag, nice and neat in my dresser. He pokes his head and he's like, "Hey, pack your bags. We're leaving tonight." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh, so you guys didn't even know you guys were coming over? It was a last, like you guys didn't even know you were coming?
Well, no, so like we got to Bagram. We knew we were going. And then once we were at Bagram, we didn't know what job we were going to do. So
Okay.
for some reason, I still to this day don't know why I was chosen, but it was me and Torres went to Herat. So we were attached to first and second MSOB. I ended up winning, or not winning, being attached to a team of MARSOC dudes. Hands down, best experience I've ever had.
No, that's winning. That's you were right saying that. You won there.
Yeah. I mean, we did. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. It was great deployment. I learned a lot of stuff because I learned how to set up a satellite as a private.
No shit.
Yeah, like little stuff like that. I was like a radio guru at that point because I was filling radios.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a task worth having.
Yeah.
Who else? So
We got mortared one night, and then literally nobody did anything. We were the only ones that went to our guard positions. The Italians were just smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. I was like, "You don't have a gun?"
Of course, fuck, dude. They suck, dude. They fucking.
It got to the point where we were just turning our lasers on and scaring them. It was the opposite. Wherever the laser went, they just dove out of the way.
Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yeah, now we can. Yeah.
Okay, so Shindan had Italians there when we first got there, and they of course didn't do shit. They had like a group of their Italian army there, and I remember like pretty early on in that deployment, they went out on Highway 1. Like they left the base, went out on Highway 1 to do a patrol, going south, but they went out with like 60 gun trucks, like 60, and they took fire from like 5 dudes with AKs, and they turned around in RTDs.
Yeah. They know.
Like, what?
Didn't they also get caught having like a prostitution ring?
That was just us.
I don't know, but I remember they did. There was an issue where it was like one of our army, somebody that was with the helicopter unit, she got caught with one of the Italians inside the MWR when they were like banging it out. I heard that the Italians were running like a little prostitution ring, and it might have been
with the Afghan army.
So we were like similar story. We were on Camp Arena was the Italian base in Herat. So it was Camp Arena. We had our compound inside of the compound for the MARSOC dudes. We had a company of 82nd dudes that fucking hated me because I was a PFC with a beard, a boots, like fitted BDUs, not some trashy just picked up tailored BDUs with the MARSOC patch, the Special Forces patch, and then the Raider patch.
Mm-hmm.
I always they had to carry their saws and shit to the DFAC, and it was either I was wearing civvies with my M9 and my AR, or just my M9. It was great, but the Spanish dudes and the Italian dudes were not going to like, especially when the World Cup was going on and America was the last team in. But we would go over there all the time because we had all the access to meats. Like we were getting ribeyes and salmon and all that shit. So we would take that over there to them, and they would cook it for us. We're like, shit. I made the Spanish dudes a set of cornhole boards, and they paid me 120 euro. I was like,
no shit. Yeah, I mean, thank you.
They've never played cornhole before.
Hell yeah.
Mo, do you remember the camel spider?
Hold on. One sec. Alex, I've got in the chat. I'm pasting a link, and that covers Michigan's VA stuff specifically.
Okay.
And the ones that'll probably, And if you don't want to like read through all this shit, see if your wife's willing to. But there's like one page that goes over.
To do right now, so it's all good. I'm sorry. My computer died earlier. I didn't realize it wasn't charged.
You should have seen. You should have seen the picture.
So go to when you get that document up, page 35 specifically will start really going through the state of Michigan's benefits, and one of them on page 35 is if you're 100% disabled, like permanent, then you qualify to apply for a property tax exemption.
Yep.
So that's one of them, but it'll have a whole bunch of other shit in there.
That's really nice.
That's for you.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
also, I'm almost positive that with 100% dental comes too, because if you don't have 100%, it's not dental isn't covered.
Oh really? Oh, okay. I gotta go see the optometrist tomorrow.
Oh yeah, dude, I need to go back.
Yeah,
I honestly didn't know you have to get your eyes checked every 2 years. Like I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, I didn't either. No, I just noticed
And I
like fine printing's really hard to read, like my own license. I'm like, yeah, things about that time.
Yeah, I have a so the doctor said it's most likely hereditary, but my first IED expedited it. So if you see, my glasses are about thick as shit.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a Ford Prism. So right now, if I'm all right, so I don't know if I'm going cross-eyed or not, but there's two different laptops. Yeah,
one eye looking up and the other eye looking the other way.
So my right eye, my eyes, normal people's eyes focus in sync together. Mine are fighting, and my right one's the weakest one. So it or the strongest one, whichever fucking one you want. It turns in where the left one's like, nah, we got to go this way, bub. What are you doing? So I have to wear prescription sunglasses, anything.
Oh damn, yeah.
So if you ever see me take my glasses off and I'm like looking like this, I'm not like nothing's going crazy. It's I have bad eyes.
I got crazy eyes going on.
Looks good to me.
Dude, I'm gonna look like Don Vito when I get old if I don't have glasses. Like it's gonna right in there.
Right.
I was actually
hey, Dan.
I was looking for my Cobra shirt. That's what I was looking for in the closet.
Dude, I have we made Deco ones and I got 10 of them. I have one left. I don't know where the other ones went.
I don't have a coin. I never as soon as I was PCSing, I needed
stop. The 2-5 Facebook page is still up and Colonel Brady still runs it. I didn't get coins either. I messaged it a year and a half, 2 years ago, and they sent me the 2 coins for not the small Deco one because that was Captain Morris. But
I have the small one.
So there's the circle one, and then there's the shield. Colonel Brady, it's either him or his wife run the Facebook. Either they'll send it to you.
Is it Cobra Company 2-5?
Oh, see,
that's pretty cool.
No, I'm talking.
It should be the Italian page, right?
But yeah, hold on.
Look for the 2-5.
It should just be the 2-5. I don't think it was Deco specific. I'm gonna check Facebook right now. Then let me.
Yo, next time you see Guerrero, tell him Mo said hi.
I was shooting this shit with signs over because I put him down as one of my people from my clearance paperwork. So I talked to him for a little bit. Yeah, but he hated me because I was a little turd. I mean, I fixed myself, but I was just a new private. And
what was I looking up?
The 2-5 coins.
Thank you.
But he definitely like set me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, so that's not a Deco. It's all of 2-5 and attachments from Afghanistan. So message I'll send it to you right now. I'll copy the link and send it to you. Message that and send and they'll send you most likely will send you the coins. They're still running it.
Because even it was so hard to find because I still wear my 2-5 crest as my on my uniform.
Oh yeah, I wish I could find more of them because like my dress blues have been sitting in my closet. They're all tainted and tarnished. I might be able to clean them, but I wish I could find them.
Buy them online.
Yeah. You think?
Go online.
I mean,
that's what I told my parents. They got so pissed when I had to throw away my greens. It's like you just buy them. The most important shit's on paperwork.
Yeah.
Really.
Absolutely hate Fort Polk, by the way. Do not ever come here again, ever.
Where's that? Alabama or
fucking
Arkansas?
Louisiana.
Okay, I know it's somewhere down in those swamp states over there.
That's why it sucks.
You take Satan's asshole, then it's the armpit of Satan's asshole.
Jesus Christ. One of those crevices in
I'll be
his
right back.
anus.
It's bad.
Dude, we lucked out when we went there. Were you there, Adams? Were you there when 2.5 went to JRTC?
I got to 2.5 January. February, we were doing a rotation to Polk.
That's right. So you were there for that. Okay.
Because we were
lucked
active
out,
A&A.
dude. We went there when it wasn't. Yeah, dude, that was so frustrating, man. I remember that shit.
Because we locked
act
down
like
that.
A&A would act.
Yeah. We locked down that city,
Yeah.
and then the OCs were like, "You guys are too damn good. You need to go back." As soon as we went back, the
Yeah.
50s opened up, and they all died. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they would get mad at us because we would be too good for A&A, and then they'd be like, "You need to act like A&A more," and then we'd act like how we experienced the A&A,
Durka.
you know, like the regular A&A. Yeah, and they were like, "No, you can't do that. You gotta be more high speed." And we're like, "Which fucking
What do you
one
want?
do you want?" It was back and forth.
Oh my god.
Back and forth constantly. And I spoke the language, so I would throw the language in there all the time.
No.
You know, and they just like, dude, they would shit all over us. It was so
Do you
fucking
remember
annoying.
Dmorsky?
Ugh.
Super awkward dude that
Charlie?
just chose not to go on deployment.
No.
So,
No.
mind you, we're on top of this 3-story roof in Shooter Gordon. It's the big village in the box. We're sitting up on just our whole team was up there just dicking off, like keeping security on the roof. And I see his team under nods, mind you, because it's dark. They're moving so quietly you can hear a rat fart, like just pristine, amazing movement. Dmorsky's in the rear, does not see the crane that's overhanging, and it's like everybody else ducked. That made the loudest noise I've ever heard. Him hitting that damn crane. It was enough to make him fall over. Like he smacked the fuck out of it.
right here on the dome. That deal.
Because it was metal hitting metal with the nods, and then all you heard was and his bipods on his saw opened up.
Oh my god.
It was horrendous.
That's a good hit. That's a good hit, man. When you guys got to us at Deco, it was like one squad per platoon, right? That's how I remember it.
I was in Charlie company the whole time.
Yeah, so Charlie, towards the end of that deployment, Charlie sent, I want to say like a platoon's worth of y'all over to us over at Shindan.
It was Shindan because I
And it
remember
was like
I went
each
to
one of-
fly.
Yeah. Did you went there?
So I was attached. I spent the entire deployment attached with me and Sergeant Torres with the MARSOC dudes.
Okay.
The only time I would go there was like
because I remember
back and forth.
Okay. Because we had I remember my platoon got Sergeant Guerrero's squad. So him and his little whoas and who was that Mortarman, the Charlie that was fucking cool as shit?
Reyes?
No, he was like a pretty boy.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly who you're fucking talking to.
Yeah, he was with SF for the majority of the deployment, like attached.
Starts with a D.
Yeah.
Dugway.
He was a cool dude too. Dugway, yeah. Yeah. So they attached to my platoon, so we got to hang out with them a lot. That was fucking pretty tits. I didn't really bullshit with much of the other Charlie folks though, because they were all attached to different platoons.
I mean,
but I think they took a platoon of y'all and gave one squad per our platoon because we only had 3 platoons. They broke us down.
But when we got there, we didn't really know why we were there. They just like, hey, you're going there, pack your shit, and we got there in the middle of the fucking night. So mind you, I'm a brand new private in Afghanistan. We're flying at night, and this city, it's a base. It looks like Las Vegas. I'm like, they could see that. I was so confused. It was bright as shit. And then so we get there, get our rooms. Originally, we were supposed to go there to replace the 2 commo dudes because they had the commo dudes. They didn't want to leave in the wire. So we get there. They ended up leaving the wire anyway. So we're just like, cool. Now we're the drivers. Or I was the driver because I was a private, but I loved it. It was great. Had to do a bunch of KLEs.
Nah, it's gotta be a cool experience, man.
Yeah. Well,
we did one operation with MARSOC. They were fucking cool.
All right, yeah, I don't want to be there. I'm gonna hop off, guys. I got school in the morning.
I got an appointment tomorrow too, so.
All right.
Yeah, actually, this would be a good time to wrap it up.
Oh, all right. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say I
I'm
was
kind of
hopping
waiting
off.
for my wife to come back right
Adams,
now.
Adams, it's going to be every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. The Friday one is not live streamed to Facebook, so it'll just be the same link every time. By the way, and so yes, if you want to pop in Friday, we'll be in here again.
So I'm an idiot, and I was on looking at the Facebook Messenger video feed instead of the Zoom feed. So I was like,
It's all good.
yeah,
It worked out.
Oh,
I don't know how to.
oh,
I
and
don't
you
know how
learn
to-
how to work on satellites? What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
I can put it together. I can't use it.
Here we go. Hey, that's fair. That makes sense.
All right, guys.
But all right, man. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Alex.
All right.
Hope to
Bye.
see you again, bro. Friday.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Can you guys?
See you,
Do you guys send out like a mass whatever chat or reminder things? You know what I'm
Yes.
talking
So follow us on Facebook if you're not already, and send us your email, and we can add that to the email list. But honestly, like I said to him, that it's the same link every time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you have that link,
I don't
like,
use
put it-
Facebook anymore. I haven't used it in like 8-9 years because
Okay.
of it. But my
Yeah,
wife.
you don't need that. Just the
yeah,
Zoom link.
yeah.
Yeah, just keep clicking. It'll never change. Monday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll
Otherwise,
be
I
there.
try to find you the same way I did. I just typed in Project Refit and then
Exactly.
talked to you in chat.
Yes.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If you set, I mean, like Dan was saying, you can set an alarm just so for Mondays and Fridays around that, like, because it's going to be the same time,
Okay.
you know.
And does your wife
9.
have Facebook?
Yeah, so it'll be 8.
Yeah,
it
she
starts
does.
8 at your time.
If you lose the link or whatever, fucking have her message us since you don't have Facebook,
yeah.
and we'll just resend the link.
You will
you know,
not
it's too
hesitate
easy.
at all. Trust
Too
me.
easy.
There you go.
Awesome, man. Thank you for coming, brother.
Yeah, not a problem. Enjoy you guys the rest of your night. All
You
right.
too.
Later.
Yeah, you too, man.
See ya. All right, see you, Mo.